right, everybody, welcome to Not Just Any RPG. We are back once again for maybe the final time, depending on how long some stuff takes, playing Masks of Nyarlathotep in Call of Cthulhu. Probably won't be the last time we're playing Call of Cthulhu, but we probably won't play a super long campaign in this game for a while after this. So yeah, welcome everybody for the probably... I keep saying hopefully, probably, but probably the final time in this game. We have Arthur McKenzie, played by Gabriel, Madeline Lockhart, played by Emma D, Loretta Lynch, played by Emma N, Moses Franklin, played by Gavin, and Princeton Philips, played by Justin. Thank you quickly to Milo Paulus for the theme song you heard just a few seconds ago. Thank you to Syrinscape for letting us use the sounds and music and sound sets you're currently hearing. If you have a campaign in any system, go ahead and check them out. They have lots of different sound sets for fantasy, cyberpunk, Call of Cthulhu, obviously. So go ahead and check them out. And yeah, real quick, I'm just going to do a quick recap. So last episode, our investigators found the Dark Mistress. Before I do the recap, I got to mention this in the final episode. Unfortunately, we're missing Sir Harold Godfrey. Luke could not be with us tonight. He will be involved, but not really involved. It'll be like he's there, but he's going to separate it. So he'll be in the climax location. We'll leave it at that. That's just in case he's able to show up later, and also so that way his character isn't just completely gone in the final episode. So real quick recap. Last episode, our investigators found the Dark Mistress, the boat that they had been looking for, and lo and behold, there was a captive aboard, one Arthur McKenzie, who had been captured at some point after killing Gavin, and was brought to Shanghai by the connected cults of Nyarlathotep. After that, our investigators went and found a local paper, and looking into the local paper, they found a few stories that were kind of strange. Investigating 3 of them, they found that there were a lot of strange goings-on. They couldn't really piece all of it together, but some of it matched up with maybe some things they'd seen before, like, for example, the spheres of fire from Kenya. And another thing that seemed to connect them is a man named John Smith was at all 3 of these places at one time or another. They also, as a bit of a sidetrack, went to a fortune teller's place, a man of the Zodiac, and after killing a cat demon that was after him on accident, Godfrey just carrying him through all the demon protections, the fortune teller gave them their fortune. He said a couple of things, but one thing that I think stood out was probably that a person who they thought would be an enemy is going to turn out to be their friend. That, of course, referring to one Jack Brady, who turned out to be the John Smith that they had been seeing everywhere. He shows up at the hotel the next morning and gives them the rundown of exactly what happened to the Carlisle expedition and to him after he left it. He then tells them that they've got a bit of a plan to stop Aubrey Penhew and whatever he's planning, but that they'll hear from him in a few days. And that is where we rejoin our investigators. After a few days of just kind of waiting around, leisurely, maybe not necessarily enjoying their time in Shanghai because they know it's coming, but certainly relaxing for a moment. Moses, a note you find has been slipped under your door one morning, and it's an address It says look for the abandoned warehouse, and then it's signed JB, and nothing else.
Quite strange. So this is in the morning.
Yep.
As I basically am like, I'm assuming I'm like getting ready to like head down to the lobby or something like that.
Yeah, this is like you've gotten out of bed and you're like getting ready to go get breakfast or what have you.
Okay. Well, why didn't he knock? He should have come in. He could have come in, dropped this off instead of coming all this way to just slip it under my door and leave. Okay, whatever. I guess Moses gains the inclination to go down to the lobby as soon as possible to meet with everybody else to share this note.
Okay, coming down to the lobby, everybody there is already waiting. Princeton, Arthur, both Lottie and Madeline are already there, as well as Godfrey. Godfrey's there as well. They're all kind of talking amongst themselves as you come down with the letter.
Good morning, guys.
Wow.
Morning.
Moses, hey. I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, it's been a little bit, Princeton. I got this note this morning as I was leaving my room from Jack Brady, and all it says is look for the abandoned warehouse. And
there's an address on it.
Oh, there's an address?
Yeah. I didn't give the exact address, but there is like a street name and a few numbers.
Okay, well, I was gonna write that down, but I just assumed that it wasn't on there since you didn't say it. But
yeah.
And then I got this address along with it too. Did he put a time or anything on it of like when we should meet, just to get there as soon as possible or whatever?
No, he just wrote it down.
All right. Well, was there? I'm trying to remember if there's anything else that we want to explore. I don't think so, but
I don't believe so either. Jack Brady kind of showed up after you guys had exhausted most of your like big threads that you wanted to follow. Yeah.
Okay. So I'd say let's just go ahead and see if he's there already. What do y'all think?
Yeah. There's nothing suspicious about this at all. Let's do it.
Oh yeah, Princeton wasn't there with Jack Brady last night.
He wasn't. He was not there.
No.
Well, this would have been a few days ago now.
Oh, it's been a few days now. Okay.
Yes.
Then right, Colin, you good to go.
Okay.
Did Princeton? Do you think you would have met up with us in between now and then? Like in between those couple days, or do you think you would have still been in like your room or something?
I'd say just for the sake of simplicity, I met up with you guys.
Okay, so then we probably would have explained to you already in between times.
Yeah, just don't want to bog you guys down on exposition.
Well, it was quite a long lore dump that
Jack Brady.
Yeah.
Jack Brady's talked for a solid few minutes.
Probably took us a little while to catch Princeton up to speed, but
yeah.
All right, cool. So
yeah, it's repeated a couple times as well.
Yeah.
Pictures.
So yeah, let's go ahead and head that way.
Okay. So you head out onto the streets of Shanghai. The streets that you've become not super familiar with, but familiar enough given the few days that you've had to kind of just relax and explore the city, or at least around the hotel. Heading down to you head down to the river. This address is at least semi close to the bar, the Shambling Tiger, that you had visited the first day here. Heading over in that direction, you cross the river, and on the other side, down one of the side streets, you do notice this seemingly abandoned warehouse, but there are a few people kind of slipping in and out, and there's a few people standing around outside. And you realize as you've kind of gotten over here, this is the abandoned warehouse that you were told about by the Japanese sailor.
Oh, over by the river, yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, found our missing piece here.
Okay.
That's quite convenient. Oh, yeah, that probably would have been the other place that we
Yeah.
hadn't like explored yet that we would have had, but here we are. Convenient. Thanks, Jack.
He did say Jack was connected somehow with this place. He said he didn't know how, but
That's true.
said he was connected with the militia working here. So there's some people out, just kind of standing out front by the entrance. They're like big and burly, and they look like they're guarding something. Even though this place is supposed to be kind of abandoned.
Moses, do you want me to take those guys on?
Are you sure you are up for such a task? I don't know that we should be engaging in combat anyway if they're not attacking.
Yeah. Let's talk to them first, and we'll see how this conversation goes. I don't like how these guys look and how tough they are.
I don't think that's healthy, Princeton. That you immediately went to fighting as your first instinctive action.
I don't think Princeton's brain is very healthy anyway.
Yeah.
That's true, but just pointing that out. Maybe we should have spent some more time working on you a little bit.
Maybe. But
Perhaps.
that's what you think. But let's talk to these guys anyways. You
All
can
right.
lead the way.
So how many guys did you say there were?
There's two. They kind
Two.
of eye all of you up and down as you walk up.
I start walking up to them and I say, "Hello. How are you, gentlemen?"
One of them just kind of grunts at you.
Do you speak English?
What you want?
Okay, you do.
We were trying to meet up with our friend here. You wouldn't happen to have seen a guy, and I sort of describe what Jack Brady looks like, because I don't know what Jack Brady looks like offhand. And me personally, not Moses. Moses would know, but
Are you, so you're that group that, that's helping us with the thing?
yes. You guys are off trying to deal with the mess that is Grey Dragon Island.
Don't say that too loud out here. Go in.
All right. So I apologize.
Good job, Moses. Good job.
You head inside.
Very nicely done.
There are quite a few people kind of moving about in here. You get the feeling that it might not be considered abandoned if there were all these people in here all the time. So this might be, fairly uncommon for there to be so many people in here. But shortly after you walk in, maybe like a few seconds pass, you kind of take a look around to see where you have to go. And Jack Brady runs up and he goes, you've made it. Please follow me. We're going to go talk about the plan.
The plan.
Yeah. And he leads all of you, plus Godfrey, up the stairs, up a set of stairs, kind of into what would have been like a foreman's office if this warehouse was still functioning, up and running. But it's been kind of converted into what appears to be kind of like a war room almost. There appears to be like a big map of Shanghai on a table, and lots of people standing around and kind of talking amongst themselves in hushed voices. And as soon as you walk in, there's kind of a hush as everyone sees Jack Brady walk in. All right. So these are the are the people. They've made it here. From what I've heard, they've done. Not all of them were always with the group, but this group, no matter the members, has done a lot of foiling the plans of Nyarlathotep. So we're going to get their help for this. This is going to take all of us. And yeah. What is the plan? And another person walks up.
I was gonna say, please don't tell him he just is asking us.
No,
for a
yeah,
plan.
yeah.
I was concerned for a second. I'm like, hold
That would have
on.
been not great.
No.
Well,
So, guys, what's the plan of this island that you know nothing about?
Shooty, shooty, bang, bang.
I leaned over to Madeline. Madeline, do you still have the lightning gun, by the way?
I don't know if you guys would have been able to sneak that into China.
I don't
Aw,
think so.
we
I mean, I
don't.
I
don't-
left that behind.
Time to remove that off my character sheet.
It does look like okay, if
Looks
you
like a
really
camera.
if you really wanted to, I would allow
Oh, luck.
like it does look like a camera, but the thing is it's not a camera and people would be able to figure that out.
snap a picture
like
and you kill
Would it
someone.
be like sleight of hand?
Yeah, I'll say sleight of hand so
Oh.
you can
10 or below. Let's do this, boys.
so you can kind of like hide the parts of it that aren't a camera under like you know, you
Okay.
can pack your suitcase or whatever so that way it's not as easy to see the parts that clearly aren't like a camera.
Also, would you say that I have
Failed.
purchased a weapon now that I'm in China and didn't have anything on me after being kidnapped?
Yeah.
You could probably ask for one from this militia, but it's hard to get your hands on a weapon in China if you're not like getting it illegally. There's not as many legal routes to getting a weapon if you're not a Chinese citizen.
All right.
Yeah.
So
RIP
no
lightning
weapon
gun.
at the moment.
Okay. After Jack Brady says, "What's the plan?" Another person walks up, and he kind of points out to you and goes, "This is Chu Min. She's leading this group, and they're helping me out because, well, they've seen." Some of them have seen firsthand what this cult can do. And Chu Min kind of looks around, and he just goes, "Well, we sent a group to the Grey Dragon Island." And it appears that there is not really... there are a lot of cultists. From our surveillance, we haven't been able to get into the center of the island, the caves, wherever they're building this thing. But we were able to capture some of the cultists, and we were able to get some information out of them. They say that they're crazy, so we couldn't get too much out of them, but the exact words they said were, the great machine is ready to fly soon. That it's almost ready. So whatever plan, we're not sure exactly what the great machine is, but whatever plan Penhue has is almost complete. We have a few ways to handle his actual plan. Make sure that doesn't come to fruition. But if we want to stop these cults for the foreseeable future, we're going to have to go a step further. And he kind of points to Brady. Yes, after tonight, we're going to that seal that you all found in Egypt, and he points to all of you. That's useless now. We'll need to form a new one. This is what we've been waiting on. We've been waiting to get a translation of the ritual to create a new seal from a friend of mine who will remain nameless in case there are any among us who would spread that information. I have that. I don't have it on me currently, but I have the steps to create a new Eye of Light and Darkness. So we should be able to create that. We can do that before or after the plan for the island. But now, for the island, we unfortunately have not been able to see inside of the cult's headquarters. But we do have a little bit of intel about it. The machine that they're creating should be in the middle, whatever it is. And then they have a few side rooms, but the majority of this hideout is a huge open room. It appears to be in the volcano on Grey Dragon Island, but that's just the intel that I've gotten. I've also heard intel from some of my Marine buddies who moved up in the ranks instead of retiring, that there is strangely a lot of movement in the China Sea. There's a lot more people out there than there usually are, and I fear with Penhue's plans moving forward that maybe that has something to do with it. So what we're going to do, and I want your input, given that you've delved into a few of these hideouts before. What we want to do is I'm going to lead a team of 6. Chu Min is going to lead a team of 6. And you are our third team of 6, and he points to the group. All of us are going to head on to the island, do some surveillance, and try to unfortunately, we can't get in. We can't send surveillance teams in because of the chances that they might not come back. So, if we're going to do this, we've got to do it all at once with these strike teams. So we're going to go in almost blind. We're going to try and mess with their plans. And then, hopefully we succeed. Those of us who are left are going to move forward making this seal and stop them from doing this for a long time. Maybe not forever, but for quite some time. It's my understanding that the seal would keep whatever ritual they're planning on doing would open a gate for lots of things to come through, and sealing one of the points, like in Egypt, would keep them from being able to do this ritual. Now, the input I want from all of you, and you can, feel free to discuss with us and with each other. tomorrow, from what we've heard, tomorrow is the ritual. My question, do you think it's better if we head in tonight or tomorrow night? During the ritual or tonight before it happens?
Tonight, Lottie. What do you...
Well,
based
I mean,
on
We need to get our affairs in order.
based on previous experiences when invading these areas, we noticed that whenever they were in the middle of a, ceremony, they were not. We weren't as easily noticed. So it really depends if you think your firepower is good enough to get us through them, even if they notice us.
This may be the last time we live. Might as well enjoy the night, or maybe, get a
Well-
weapon.
I think that if we do it the night of, there's too big a risk of them succeeding. If we do this now, we jump the gun and
There's
stop
Oh,
anything
way.
from
you do make a
further
good
happening.
point.
May
Madeline.
I add that from what I've read, whenever they do these rituals, there's usually like a monster. There's usually some type of like supernatural type being.
That
I
is
don't think
true.
any of us want to be around that.
That is true. First-hand experience with many of them.
Can I ask Jack Brady and can I just ask Jack Brady? Is there would the benefit be? Do you think the benefit would be? Do you think there would be a benefit to going tonight rather than waiting until the ritual,
Well,
or if there are any downsides with going tonight?
this doesn't seem to be a normal ritual. It seems there's going to be more people there. But because on nights when there are rituals, even the rituals with less people, all of the guards leave the island proper and go into the hideout in order to watch and partake in the ritual, it seems. That was the only time we were ever able to get a surveillance team on the island. But they weren't able to move forward. Now, again, the downside is that there's going to be many more people on the island, probably. If this is their grand plan, I would think that the number of people in the water now recently has something to do with people coming from all over to see this plan come to fruition.
Well, do you think it's possible that we could convince them that we're one of those people that are trying to get into the island?
Maybe. If you're able to find disguises, it's possible. I mean, all they wear is cult robes, pretty much.
I look over at the group to see if they have any cult robes that they may or may not have snagged from previous adventures.
Hey. Well,
That would have to
Hi.
be Princeton,
That would
Godfrey,
be-
and Cal, I believe, that were part of that last time.
Yeah, not everyone grabbed a robe from last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
But
Well,
how basic are these robes?
they are disgusting. I hate clothes, but
I'm pretty sure you would have gotten over that over the time period that we spent
Well,
traveling in China.
No, he still doesn't like them. He just can deal with it because he's not insane right now.
Okay.
yeah.
Is it possible to make like an arts and craft roll to see if I can make some more robes after
This would be a really hard arts and crafts roll, but because maybe not an extreme, maybe it would just be a hard. Just because you don't really know much about the material. You also don't know if these robes are any different from the robes in Australia. which you wouldn't have even seen the robes in Australia, but you could from Princeton or Godfrey. I mean, if you're trying to make replicas of the ones from Australia, I would allow probably a hard arts and crafts roll after you leave here.
Maybe maybe something like Princeton can make like an idea roll to try and recall what they look like, and then Gabriel could do like an arts and crafts to try and make them or something like that. Since it's supposed to be a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, we could do that. I will also say, everyone who was here last session, give me like an extreme idea roll.
Oh
Oh,
god.
here goes nothing.
That
So that's
include me?
intelligence. Yeah. Well, everyone who was
No.
here last week.
Yeah.
Well, for
I
me,
succeed. I got
got
an
it.
extreme. Extreme.
oh, I got
Wow.
extreme as well. I don't know
I
what
can
that means for
spend
me.
Success.
3 luck for.
So I
No, you weren't there last week.
Yeah,
so
Princeton, you
would-
weren't here last week. So
I give.
I had a
Arthur an
normal
idea.
success.
I got a
so-
hard, but I'm 3 away from an extreme, so if necessary, I can spend
it's
luck.
you. Only one of you needed to succeed on
Okay.
on this one.
Oh.
So Madeline, you remember, there were some robes on the Dark Mistress. There were some extra ones on there. They were hanging up in places. There were some folded and put away into the closets because you guys were looking around that whole boat for
Yeah,
something.
we were looking around for a long time.
so you figure, like, if they're just there, maybe they're not using them. Also, with this extreme, that could also possibly be your ticket to the island if the Dark Mistress is headed there. You could always take another boat, but you figure it's headed there anyway. So kind of pick your poison, stow away, or take another boat, or figure something else out even.
I know that, well, this will be out of character since Moses didn't get this idea, but how far away are we from the boat or from the docks, do you think?
I mean, not terribly far. Where you mean the docks where you actually saw the boat?
Yeah. Because that's the only place that we've seen the boat.
Yeah, not terribly far. It'd be a ways, but it wouldn't be.
But it would be feasible to get there before like tonight or anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think we should go and get on that boat and get those robes.
Okay. Lottie, I like your thinking.
So that will mean that we'll have to go to the island the following night.
Well, no, we could still go tonight if we get to the boat.
Well, we need to see if the boat's even there at the moment.
It also depends on if the boat is even leaving tonight.
That's true.
And also, the guards are still going to be there tonight. And if they're not
Yeah.
expecting anyone, then we're kind of screwed.
It's a matter of trying to get on there without, because like we won't have a chance if they spot us before we even get on the island. So we need to figure out a course of action to make sure that we even get on the island safely. Don't know that. I'd say maybe trying to get the ropes isn't a bad idea, but then also it would probably be best, especially if Jack already has a plan to get us on other boats, that we just stick with that plan. I don't think it's a good idea to deviate from what they were planning on doing. Plus, 6 of us, 6 of us in a boat would be pretty difficult to try and sneak onto.
All right, so we get.
So I say we go to
and
the
get a new
docks,
boat.
see if the ropes, see if the boat's there, find the robes, get off the boat, and then meet back up with Jack Brady, and then we all sort of leave together.
I like your thinking.
All right. So we go ahead and head down to the docks.
You just leave the meeting.
Well, we'll like
You
we'll-
just roll out.
Well, is there
they
anything
they
else?
probably would have. I would have assumed that they would have probably overheard us a little bit, and I could have just been like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go to the boat, or we're gonna go down to the docks. There were some robes in that boat, that we can probably try and steal, and then when we get back, we can all put on the ropes, and then we can all go together."
Well, is there anything else that Jack wanted to tell us?
No. So when is it exactly that you all want to head down there so we can coordinate that?
I would just say we need to probably as soon as possible, because we don't want to wait too long for the boat to leave. But then we also
No. I meant
Tonight or the following night?
yeah. Do you want when do you want to go
I
to
think
the
as soon
island?
as possible to the island.
I think we should do a vote.
if we're gonna do tonight, I don't know if the ropes will benefit us as much as if we waited. But then again, we don't want the ritual to be happening and for us to be too late.
Well, I think the robes would still benefit us tonight. I mean, even if we sneak onto the island, if we're seen, we have the robes. It's a backup.
And they totally know who we are, and they probably have our profiles down. I don't think a robe is really going to do much for us.
I think it'll do better when there are more people there.
I still think that they know our faces. We're like the people that are always after them. They have to know who we are.
They definitely know who I am.
We're gonna need more than a robe if you really want to do a disguise.
How good are you guys at disguises?
The natural 5% that we get at it. That's how
Yup.
good I am.
Yeah.
Merrick, we're
Same.
still alive.
America. Don't remind me of America.
A robe with a hood it would still be better than nothing, though.
Yeah. I think that the people who are pretty new to the cult might not recognize us. I'd rather only
Yeah.
hire people.
That is a good point.
I think we see if we get the robes. If we can't get the robes, we go tonight. If we don't get the robes, we go tomorrow. Or if we do get the robes, we go tomorrow. If we don't,
I think
we go
if we
tonight.
get the robes, we can still go tonight. I don't see. So what do you believe the difference would be?
I believe the difference will be the amount of people that will be there. It'll be easier for us to blend in because they're not going to be able to check everyone individually as easily.
There are guards that let people in tonight rather than tomorrow night. There isn't anyone there to check whoever enters.
Unless you have some incredible lie that you can tell them to get us, or to get us past the guards, I don't think that we're going to have as good of a chance.
Well, Princeton and Madeline, what do you think?
Cool.
I want to make sure that we have everybody on board on our decision.
Fair enough.
I would rather blindside them tonight.
Blindsiding them tonight sounds like a good idea.
Alrighty then, why don't we set it to a vote? Who thinks that we should head to the island tonight?
Mr. Keeper, what do you think, Godfrey? Do you think Godfrey would be in this vote, or... Godfrey seems pretty neutral on a lot of things.
Yeah, I think
so-
Godfrey's gonna sit this one out. He thinks that there's gonna be lots of dangerous people there no matter what night we go, and so he's prepared to sit this vote out and just go with whatever you guys decide.
Okay, I figured. I just making sure. All right, so whoever wants to blindside
Blindside tonight.
tonight is one minute. Yeah.
I said the fly.
Well, that's already 3-2,
Three.
so
Alrighty then. I guess we're going at it tonight.
all right. So
Okay.
screw the robe idea.
Well, we can still try to get robes ahead of time and maybe try to blend in at least a little. Or maybe one group can go in as cultists.
Maybe so that it's not as obvious, you know?
I've always wanted to be an actor, so let me do the talking here. And Yeah.
I mean, is it worth the risk of going to get the robes for the payoff that the robes are going to give us?
I want to be an actor.
Well, I think the robes will still pose some benefit for us. So
Yeah, I
perhaps
mean,
we should
it's-
go and get them, especially if it's
Saying that they're not beneficial, but are they worth getting for the risk that it poses us to get
Well,
them?
we don't know how heavily boated or how heavily guarded
loaded
the,
that guard is.
Shush. how
guard's
heavily
pretty
guarded that
loaded.
boat is. So if the boat is left empty, then there's no risk at all in getting the robes. But if there are people there, then obviously, yeah, there'd be a risk. But we don't know that until we go down.
I mean, last time you went, there was, from what you saw, from the places that you went into, there was nobody on board. It was just that the guy kept loading it. This is a completely different day, so it's possible things have changed, but
But we don't know exactly.
you don't know. Yeah, you were only there one time. You didn't see anybody.
Yeah.
Maybe we can scout it out beforehand and see, because we got time before it's night, because this is pretty early afternoon or morning.
Well, Arthur, since I guess we're the only two that are willing to do this, do you want to go with me and we can scout it out at least and see if it's a possibility?
I'd be definitely down to help you out, but the thing is, if there is a person there, they'll probably recognize me.
Sure, yeah. I would probably do more of the looking, and I would at least have you as like backup in the event
Alright.
something happens.
Mr. Jack, do you think that perhaps we could get some weaponry to prepare for the night?
Oh, Jack.
Jack Brain, yeah, no,
was thinking-
Jack Douglas is dead.
Yeah, Jack Douglas has been dead for a long time, but you were just
Yes.
talking to Gavin, so I was like, Jack, that's Gavin's kid. No.
Not anymore.
Yeah, yes, sure. You're gonna need one for tonight anyway. And so he pulls. For right now, I'm gonna give you a pistol. It's gonna be much easier to conceal walking around
Alright.
Shanghai. If you really want a rifle, you come find me before we leave tonight.
Yeah, I have absolutely nothing in handguns, so a rifle's probably gonna be good.
Well, for now, you get a pistol because he can't
Alright,
have you.
that works.
He can't have the gun he gives you getting confiscated immediately.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. Let's see. You're gonna get a 45.
All right.
It does a D10 plus 2.
Yeah.
Somebody, one of their members also has a similar caliber weapon, so we'll go with the 45.
Brian, how much range does it have, by the way?
I believe most pistols just have 15 feet of range, if
15.
I'm not
All right.
mistaken.
All right.
All right. Yeah, so he can give you a rifle tonight, but he doesn't want one of his rifles getting confiscated because some foreigner has a weapon in China.
Yep, fair enough.
All right.
Some Scotsman.
Yeah. All right. So who is heading down to scout out the
It's just
boat?
It's just Moses and Arthur.
Okay. You head back down to those docks by the river that you've been to before, kind of weaving through the crowd. You come up to there's kind of a sidewalk overlooking these docks, and you come up near them, and you look out over the you look out over the docks, and once again, you see it. It's pretty clearly not necessarily in the same place, but in a pretty similar place.
Close to where it originally was.
Right. And it's like the middle of the afternoon. It's kind of the same site. You just see that one guy kind of wandering around.
Is he still like loading stuff? Is he just wandering on the boat?
He roll a luck check.
Not very high. I only got 32 luck, so here we go.
That's a third.
I got 3.
See? It's a third.
That's why I let you roll.
Gavin's really good at rolling low. It doesn't usually help him in other games, though.
Nope.
But yeah, he's still loading stuff, so he's still leaving every once in a while for 15 or 20 minutes, and then coming back with a new crate of things.
All right. Well, I pass this information on to Arthur quietly, and I ask him if he feels comfortable enough to go on with me, or if he'd rather wait.
I'll join you.
All right. So then we wait until he leaves again to
Get that
then get
maximum
on.
time.
Okay.
And would Madeline have told us? I would assume. Did Madeline get enough information or recall enough information to remember exactly where they are, or no?
Well, once you're reminded that they were there, you're able to kind of recall the places that they might have been, right? Like
Okay, yeah.
Some of
Like
them
the
might
closets or whatever.
be, yeah, some of them might be hanging up, some of them might be folded away.
Okay.
Um,
So I have an idea of where it is.
yeah.
Okay.
So heading onto the boat, you kind of climb over, pretending, you're just pretending like you're where you're supposed to be.
It's my boat.
Yeah, it's your boat. Nobody's going to question you if you just confidently stride up and climb on. As you guys head down below deck, someone want to give me a luck check. Again.
I'll let you do that again.
Okay. Probably not gonna. We'll see.
Your luck is still higher than mine, so just
I
don't roll
failed.
100. Okay.
Okay, give me a listen check after that, both of you.
All right. Time to roll listen. How low's my listen?
I failed.
Let me see. Okay, listen's at 20%. Let's see.
You should have said that, Pierce.
What?
Shouldn't have said that I roll low. Now I'm not rolling low.
Not going to.
I'm 6 away from a listen check, so I can roll. Alright, I can spend luck. I don't have very much luck, but I can spend it to get to pass this listen check. Should I roll an idea roll to see if it's a good idea to spend luck?
I mean, you can do that. You can do that for yourself personally,
You do
but
that mentally in your mind. Roll an idea.
Yeah.
Roll.
how much luck do you have?
I have 21 and I need 6 luck. So I'd be at 15 luck if I...
How far are we onto this boat, do you think?
You're like I'm saying you're rolling this listen check as you're going below.
Okay, so basically sort of on the boat, like not even too
You're
far
on
into
the boat, about to head in underneath. Like you're
Okay.
Alright,
But
I'm
not
gonna
like in
spend-
the thick of it. Yeah.
I mean
No.
you're on the boat, right? Like it's
But not like underground where we like they could shut a door on us and we can't escape or anything like that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like not to where we need to be at yet.
Right, but you're going there. So
Yes.
if you don't hear anything, then you're just gonna keep walking.
Alright, you know what? I'm spending 6 luck. Whatever.
Okay.
Now you can also
15.
choose to keep walking, even if you do hear this. But it sounds like there's something below deck, essentially.
No specifics on what it sounds like.
No, there's movement below deck.
So like footsteps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we? I don't want to get caught this early on.
Me neither.
Especially since
could roll
they-
stealth to see if I can sneak in and see if I can Is it possible for me to peek in and see if I can see people without being seen?
Yeah, sure. If you roll stealth.
Oh.
Um,
Huh.
I'm gonna say Moses probably is not gonna continue down because he knows his limits and he's not very stealthy. His wife complains about him being too loud walking around the house.
You know what? How about
I-
this? If I head down there, you can stay watch up top.
Yes,
And if you hear gunshots, you run.
noted.
Either down or out.
Noted. I will make that decision when the time comes.
Alrighty. I'm going to head down the stairs.
Okay. Are you
Good luck,
rolling
sir.
that stealth check just to try?
I'll try my best. Here goes nothing. Oh, I failed.
All right.
Oh no.
Well,
It was pretty close, but
Yeah.
it did not pass.
So you go to open like the door into the like, you know, the below deck, and it does that like classic like creak noise. It goes like as you're opening it. For a second, you don't see anything for a moment, and then coming around the corner, looking directly at the door that you've now opened slightly.
Oh,
Is
shit.
a large humanoid creature. Looks a bit like a fish, bulging eyes.
Shit. Can
it's
I
kind of
close the door
scaly.
back up like really quickly?
Yeah.
Insane.
You can roll a sanity check and then sure.
Well,
we go,
here
boys.
goes. Here goes my little sanity that I have.
Oh no.
I'm going to be competing with Princeton soon.
Sorry, Arthur.
Shit.
Sorry.
I failed.
So no. Well, roll a d4. That's how much sanity
Okay,
you lose.
okay, D4. Okay, that's not the worst.
Yeah. This
I lost 4.
it still clearly looked human, but it was like a human fish hybrid almost. Kind of almost frog looking with the bulging eyes and like fat cheeks.
All right, I did not go insane. That's nice. I lost 4 sanity, so that's
But-
probably the worst I could have rolled.
You close the door. And as you're closing it, you can see this thing is like picking up speed and running towards the door.
I'm still closing that door.
So you close it? Or are you just running
Mos-
out?
I yell to Moses, "Get out here!" and I run.
And I wait for Arthur, and then once I see him out, I run with him.
All right, here's my question now. Are you guys just running or are you
Getting off the boat.
you're
We're
just-
speed walking. We're speed walking to look a little
Oh.
inconspicuous.
Yeah, that's probably good. Good thinking, Arthur.
You're not screaming and sprinting off the boat. That's
No.
kind of a little suspicious.
Well, no, I wouldn't. Moses wouldn't scream, but
Moses
Well,
would
no,
never
I would.
scream. Moses doesn't get
never. Nah, he's been through it all.
The real question is, have you been kidnapped twice?
Okay, I haven't been maybe through it all. I've been through a lot.
All right. So, I mean, you guys are able to get away. Looking back on the boat, it doesn't look like that thing followed you above deck, whatever it was. So you're able to kind of speed walk away. Are you just heading back to meet up with the rest of the group?
Yeah,
All right.
Yep.
that was unfortunate, but
Also,
at least we
what's-
tried.
What's the percentage of sanity that you can lose until you
1/5 is if you lose 1/5 in one day, you become indefinitely insane.
So basically, if you had 20 sanity to start and you lost 4,
That was 1/5. Yeah.
So I really can't lose any sanity now,
oh fun.
because I can... does it round up or down?
Round down usually. Call of Cthulhu is pretty.
Damn.
Pretty,
Well, I can lose-
unforgiving.
2 more sanity today. Actually, wait, no, correction. I can lose 3. I'm bad at math.
All right. You head back to meet up with the rest of the group, Godfrey and Madeline, Princeton, and Lottie. And yeah, you guys are all back together.
What happened? Arthur.
Well-
Arthur.
There may or may not have been a monster below decks
Roll on the
No.
boat?
on the boat.
Did you kill it? Did you?
No, I ran from it. You think I was gonna kill it without any help?
Holy smokes, Arthur! Wow.
Well,
I
no
think
roads for us.
that confirms that maybe we should go tonight before that monster ends up there.
That is a very good point, Lottie.
Madeline.
Nope.
Nope.
Sorry,
Not
sorry, Amelia.
It's not-
Madeline. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree too. So, we should do what Madeline says and blind them at night. Blindside them at night. Let's not blind them.
Could blind.
If you don't want to do that, that's mean.
I would be fine with blinding them.
Yeah. Yes, we're worried about hurting their feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they'd have to live with blindness for the rest of their life. Do you really want that
Yeah.
on your conscience?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
they bringing Lord knows what. From knows where.
Alrighty. I think we should head back to Jack.
we should head back to Jack.
That's fun to say.
Head back to Jack.
All right. You head back to the warehouse. They basically let you in immediately this time. Not really worrying about you now that they've seen you before. Where are the robes?
Well, you see, the ship wasn't as empty as we were hoping. There was a monster aboard.
I see.
In fact, it's a monster you might be familiar with now that I think about it. It was a fishman.
How much fish was this fish man, and how much man?
Well, he had the legs of a man. In the torso area is where it kind of converted to a fish. It started getting all scaly, and it kind of like his head was a fish. His eyes were bulging out of his skull. It was quite a sight.
Well, I'm still going to. I'll still give you that rifle if you'd like it, but well, on the island they're going to. They have other fishmen working for them.
Great. Does that mean I won't lose sanity if I see them again?
Out of character, these may or may not be different kinds of fishmen.
Damn.
But listen, if they summon the thing that they can summon, no amount of firepower is going to do you any good.
Duly noted.
Then he hands you. I don't believe he would hand you a Tommy gun if you're asking for a rifle, because Tommy guns are technically submachine guns, which are different. It's different.
I mean, I
skill.
Wait, are they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Huh. Yeah, I mean,
He can give you one gun that is the
gun I used to have is the Lee Enfield.
I mean, that might work. They have Tommy guns anyway. That's an American gun. So
I mean, Tommy guns are probably better, but does that count as a rifle still?
It does not.
Is there a special firearm?
99% sure. Yeah, there's a lot of subcategories for fighting and firearms. If I'm not mistaken, one of the subcategories for firearms is submachine guns, which
that makes
Tommy gun
sense.
would fall under. I think there's also a rule where you can kind of, like, you could say, like, oh, if I know how to use a rifle, you can kind of apply some of that skill. So, like, a 60 in rifle, you could do, like, a 30 in submachine guns or something. But I'm not sure. I don't remember that.
I'll just take a Lee Enfield or traditional
that's
rifle.
fine. He gives you a rifle that's similar. Pretty similar to that. Maybe not that exact one, but something like that. Yes, machine gun is a separate thing. Oh no, wait, this is that's heavy machine guns. Oh, submachine gun. Yeah, it's different. Okay. Yeah. Submachine gun is any like non-heavy machine gun that is set to burst or full automatic fire. So that would be a Tommy gun.
All right. Yeah, I'll just use the rifle.
All right. So I've got some boats set up for tonight. If this is really what we want to do.
I think that there is no other way other than to go for it. We only have one shot. Gotta take it.
Don't miss your chance.
Okay. Feel free to mill around. The other strike teams are there and there if you'd like to ask them any questions or talk to them. They don't have that much information, just, we're going to be waiting for nightfall to make this move. So we'll be here a while.
Is it possible for me to have a nice long conversation with Moses Franklin to try to regain some sanity?
If he can pass a psychoanalysis check, I will allow it, given that this is the final location.
I will. I failed twice now. I can't fail again. Third time's the charm, baby. Here we go. And I got a hard success.
Nice. You get 1d3 back, sir.
All right.
Congratulations.
Do I roll or does Moses roll?
Doesn't matter to me. In my head, it's the person who usually gives that rolls, but either ways works.
All right, yeah, I'll let Moses roll. Yeah.
Like in D&D, whoever heals, I would normally.
Yeah.
2 sanity.
Nice. I'll take it. All right. My computer froze. Oh, there. I guess I'll go and talk to one of the teams that's going in.
Yeah, you guys kind of spend quite a while, quite a few hours, kind of milling about, talking to some of the people here. Godfrey is writing in a notebook, preparing for the final entry of his
chapter.
the final novel that he's writing. And then night falls, and it's quite sudden that Jack Brady kind of goes away to do some more planning with Chumin, and they both come back, and all of a sudden they're just kind of like, all right, it's time. Again, we don't have too much intel, but I will be leading one of the strike teams. Chumin will be leading the other, and you all will be our third strike team. We're gonna do some exploring. Try and remain quiet and stealthy, as stealthy as we can. We don't
Definitely
want
what we're known for.
You can rely on me for that.
We don't want to alert too many of these people too early. It's also possible that they're preparing for the
ritual?
for the ritual tomorrow. So it's possible they have less people on guard. But we'll see what happens. Are we all ready?
Yeah.
We can't delay this any further. We must do it now. Got my baseball bat ready? I'm ready. God is on my side. Love you, God.
I am ready.
Okay.
Godfrey says it's ready too.
Well, we have a few boats, and he kind of pulls. He kind of pulls your group towards the river, on the one side of the warehouse, and there are a few boats just kind of sitting there, with drivers. He puts you all in one of them, and he gets in another one with his strike team, and he goes, these drivers don't really know the way all that well. We're going to be following a boat that we know heads to and from the island all the time. Just be ready to get off. They're gonna wait in the channel for us for when we're ready to be picked up. And with that, the boats take off, all of them.
Adventure.
Are we all now? As night has fallen, it's quite nice out here, actually. It's very windy, very wavy. It almost feels like there's a storm brewing, but there's not really a cloud in the sky.
It has a warehouse where a dog is burnt.
Yes. It almost feels like there's a storm brewing, but you can't see a single cloud in the sky.
It's gonna rain cats and dogs.
All right. Eventually, the driver kind of looks back at all of you, and he says something in Chinese. Princeton, you pick it up.
Oh.
It's just kind of like, be quiet. We're coming up on the. We're following this boat.
Princeton to shout, "Be quiet."
Yeah, I was gonna do that, but I also don't want to yell in my house. So
Now I'm gonna roll. So after maybe like a few minutes of following this boat, the island is in sight, right? You can see what looks like, from what you've heard of it, Grey Dragon Island. There's a giant volcano, and as well as some. There's basically like a sandy beach, and then there's a cliff face on one side with some caves and things coming into it, and then there's also the giant volcano, right? Just as all of you kind of look up to see this, you see probably the biggest wave you've ever seen in your entire life. Just ginormous. Like, essentially a tsunami type wave.
I'm scared.
And you barely have any time to react before this wave is crashing down on your boat as well as the boats behind you. Can everyone give me a combined dex and strength roll to try and hold on to the boat. That means whichever one is lower. No, whichever one is lower, and you roll once for it.
Okay.
So if they're worth,
I just barely passed dexterity.
I did not pass strength.
I didn't
Okay.
pass strength,
I
Oh,
didn't
no.
pass strength.
and I
Only if
didn't pass.
Madeline is
In
here to
fact,
help us.
I rolled a 97 for strength.
No!
So
Well, the lowest
I
count.
rolled a 48 for strength, and my strength is 40. With that, I don't think I could use luck in that.
Did
could
we
I?
all fail?
my strength is
Well, we don't know
55.
luck.
So if I were to spend luck on that, that'd be absolutely
What?
insane.
Well,
What
we don't know
did
what
Godfrey
Madeline.
roll?
Yeah, what
Come
would
on,
Madeline
Madeline,
Godfrey
save us.
roll?
I was gonna basically roll with the punches on that one while they're not with us. Just depending on what all of you rolled. If all of you failed, then
I just succeeded barely, but
oh, you
I guess
succeeded. So Princeton stays on the boat.
regular.
So Princeton stays. That's not very. I don't feel very great about that, honestly.
I can't believe I failed both checks though.
I don't know. Should
I
s-
failed both too. It's just that I almost fumbled my strength.
Well, wait. Do we roll? We only roll one, right?
Yeah,
one
you
for...
roll once, and it's whichever one is
Oh.
lower.
Oh well, they're worth the same for me. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled twice and failed both
Well,
times. so
oh
it
wait.
doesn't
Well, the
matter.
first time I rolled, I only. Can I use my first roll then? No, I won't. I've already
Wait,
said what I
it wasn't.
said.
Was it multi? It wasn't a multi-roll. It was just
No,
one roll.
so
it
it's
wasn't. But I
so
rolled
we
twice,
haven't
both.
done a lot of these. It's a combined roll, which essentially just means you're rolling for both at the same time, and you need to succeed at both. So that means that you need to roll for which
Okay.
you need to succeed at the lower one
Oh.
because then you
Okay.
succeeded at both.
Yeah.
So,
no, I
like, mine are
definitely
worth the same. In the first, I rolled with like a 68, and then I rolled a 97. But since I've already kind of rolled with a 97, y'all, I think I'll just keep it there. Instead
Yeah.
of spending luck, I'll just keep my 97.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think I'm
so-
just gonna deal with the consequences.
So
Yeah, I kind of can't actually make it even if I spend all my luck.
Princeton stays on the boat.
How great.
Everyone else, you get the wave kind of pulls you off and you topple into the water. You kind of come up for air. The water is now much rougher than it was when you had first looked. Can everyone can give me a swim check or a luck check?
Do I need to? Or
To do a
Everyone,
luck.
luck.
no, everyone in the water.
Oh,
You can
I'd
either do
rather
a
do a
swim
luck.
check to try and stay afloat, or you can do a luck check to see if there's something to grab onto.
I'm just gonna let you know I'm going to drown out here.
I failed.
oh,
Oh, I have no idea how horrible what just happened.
I failed.
I rolled
No.
100.
Okay, so did anyone succeed?
I went for a luck check. I have a 90 in luck and I rolled 100. How do you do that?
How do you have 90 luck?
How do you roll 100 when you have 90 luck?
Okay, well we're gonna drowning rules, everybody.
Oh,
Well,
this is
I think-
lovely.
You would fail even if you had like 99 luck.
Yeah.
Wait, can I spend luck on
No, not on a fumble. You cannot.
oh my lord!
so bad?
So everyone who just normally failed loses
I did.
1d3 of hit points as you start
Oh,
you start swallowing water. The fumble, we're gonna start you off at 1d6 hit
no.
points.
Okay.
Dude, that's the first time I think I've ever
I got one.
naturally rolled 100.
Princeton
Got it,
is
I got it.
okay.
I only rolled a 1, y'all, so
Yeah, I
far.
lost 1 hit point, which is
I rolled a 3.
So
Like I lost 3
I'm
damage.
gonna
already.
roll like the pilot boat thing.
I'm literally crying
guy.
because that was so
I'm
bad.
gonna die. I'm
He's-
going to actually
Uh,
die.
I laughed
rolled-
so
wow.
hard I cried.
I rolled really poorly for pilot boat, so he's gonna take an extra round to get to you. You guys want to roll
Oh,
swimmer luck one
great.
more time?
No.
You know what?
I'm leading them. I was like, guys,
My-
Wait, you want me
Mr.
to do a
Captain
luck
Man,
roll
go.
again?
we're there.
Swimmer luck one more time because I
Doing luck.
rolled really poorly on the boat roll.
Don't
I'm
worry,
6
guys. I'm
away
guiding
from
him.
I'm
He'll get
6
there eventually.
I'm 6
I-
away
I-
from succeeding.
I rolled the
Crazy.
exact same number and failed.
I did a hard success on my luck roll.
All right.
Your chance Lottie could, like, pull me out of the water.
I'm still in the water.
Good
You
safe
two,
hands.
you two can lose another D3 for
Really?
failing. No,
Oh,
the people
no,
who
okay.
failed.
God, I
Damn
would have died.
Okay, I only
Lottie,
lose one
with
this
the
time.
luck check, you grab onto a piece of driftwood that's floating by.
Okay.
And in this round, you guys aren't too far away from each other, luckily. So in this round, as long as I don't fumble,
You know what? I'll take it. I only
did
lost
not
one
fumble.
hit point both times. So,
you guys are all able to be picked up this round. So you come out of the water coughing. Some of you coughing up.
Lottie,
Covered water.
Like
Godfrey and Madeline seem okay. They
been
went for
great.
like a little dip. And Princeton obviously is
in the
doing
pool.
fine, not having fallen overboard.
Must feel great.
I'm upset that I fell overboard in the first place.
I'm upset that I rolled 100.
are you guys okay?
No!
Not really.
I did inhaled a little bit of water. Doesn't feel great in my lungs.
Ironic. Pirate can't swim. Hilarity.
First of all, I'm not a pirate, and second of all, it's quite common for pirates not to be able to swim.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know enough about pirates to really argue, but even that, so I'm just gonna take your word for it.
That's why they have boats.
Okay. Alright. It's kind of... I'm just saying it's ironic, but...
I don't know if that's necessarily why they have boats.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
like...
Well, that
To be fair, they
If
didn't
they
have
couldn't
much of a
swim.
reason to swim. They fell off the ship, and
well,
goodbye.
they're not going to be swimming in the ocean unless they swam in a lake. They wouldn't want to even try to swim.
Lottie, are you
Alright.
okay?
Hanging Princeton.
So yeah, this water a lot rougher than it was when you first headed out.
I'm gonna be the only one that lives, boys.
I want to point out that in all of those rolls that I rolled just now, like every single one of them, I didn't roll below a 65.
Okay. Now, you guys are getting closer to the island now. So you land on the beach. All three of the teams land on different parts of the island. You land on your side of the island. You look around on this beach and you can see there are one side of the island is basically more a pretty flat ground, kind of hilly, but a lot of it is filled with ash, with the occasional palm tree sticking out of the beach sand. There's not really too much life here. It's just kind of the it's just kind of an occasional palm tree. There may maybe some birds flying around that fly around over the channel, but there's not much going on here.
I've seen better.
Looking around, I mean, do you guys have any idea of where you want to try and head to look for the entrance to this place?
Well, I was gonna say, do we see any cave openings nearby?
No, you don't.
Well, I'd say we probably just. I mean, unless did we get any prior information as to like maybe where
The only thing that Jack said was that it seemed from the surveillance that it was in the volcano.
Okay.
Right. I mean, is there like a path upward that we like climb to the volcano? Maybe overlook it.
There's not much of a path, but if you wanted to climb up, you certainly could. It's not that steep for a while. It's only really once you get to the top that it becomes a little bit steeper. And then I'd have to make you roll for just basically the last few feet, just to make sure you can climb up that.
With the previous rolls of my skillfulness at maneuvering terrain.
Listen, it's always possible. It's a new roll.
Yeah, and come on, statistically,
New
it's
roll,
the
a new chance for me to fumble.
stats don't lie. All right, your human nature is making you very reluctant.
Alright, do you guys want to climb the volcano, or do you guys want to keep walking around and look for an entrance?
Volcano boys,
I
mean-
don't have
And
any other
girls?
ideas, so
girl, Lottie,
Madeline's also here.
Madeline, you too.
Well,
Lottie.
Well,
I mean, the volcano, it's got caves, doesn't it?
Oh,
we can't see any caves on this side of the volcano. No.
I keep on forgetting about your spelunkophobia.
Yeah. I
Oh,
fear of
shit.
caves.
What is it with you in caves? What happened?
They're damp and dark.
Listen,
A cave.
Well, that
killed
one
my
they're lit
parents.
with lava.
Cave killed my mother.
okay,
Are
Lottie.
you sure the cave did it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. Well, Lottie, I was in a cave
Regardless.
once. I was badly
Probably
disfigured.
almost died.
Wow.
You give me no hope, Princeton.
I survived, and I'm still scared of small spaces. For some reason, I don't have spelunkophobia, but if I can go through this, I will hold your hand and guide you through it. Come on, Lottie.
I don't want you to hold my hand.
I will. I'm going to hold both of your hands.
No.
Alright,
Okay.
are we going to go up the volcano, or are we going to go around the volcano, find an entrance?
Well, if we look around, what seems... Did we hear if there would be more people in the volcano, or would it be more guarded around?
Did you ask if you hear that?
No, if we
Do you
heard that
feel?
from somebody else.
If you've heard that
Oh.
intel.
Oh, I thought you were saying.
Do I
roll
hear
a
the
listen
people?
check to see if I hear anybody underground with my super hearing?
Exactly.
Well, if Jack Brady's guess was right, then a lot of the guards might not be on the island as normal. They might be in whatever the hideout is, helping
Wait, but
set up for the thing
Oh, okay.
tomorrow.
Well, then I suppose we scout out around the volcano, look for the best proper entrance. You know, and that might avoid any sudden cave action. But it's... What do y'all think we should do?
I don't have any preference, really.
I like climbing. Climbing sounds cool.
I think that well, how big is this island? It's pretty sizable. I mean, it's a
it's-
volcano, but is
Yeah,
there?
it's a decent size. It's not too terribly big.
Okay.
Walking all the way around it might take you like 45 minutes to an hour.
Oh, okay.
And if we speed walk?
If you speed walk, the terrain will make it take about 45 minutes to an hour.
That sounds great. That sounds lovely.
I say we
Again, if you
walk around.
speed walk, you need to make a dex check to make sure you don't slip and fall in the sand.
Well, my last texture.
Well, Lottie, would you like to climb this volcano
I mean,
with me and everyone else? With
me
Madeline
and also all the
everyone
other
else.
other people. Well,
Madeline
know-
could also help.
As long as everybody else is okay with climbing a volcano, I suppose we could.
What does Madeline think?
Madeline is into whatever idea everyone else has.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's just climb the mountain.
We're
Yeah.
climbing the
Alright,
mountain.
then.
Climb.
This is a great decision. Decision
Oh.
number 1 made.
Alright.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it takes about half an hour to get to the top. It's not easy going, but it's not hard either. You're able to do it without a ton of effort. It just takes a while, just because of the terrain. And but as you near the top, the climb becomes much steeper, and eventually it gets very difficult, and you're having to pull yourself up for the last few meters. Can everyone give me a climb check?
Oh
I'll say if half of you make it, we're golden.
Oh wait. I put stuff into climb.
Oh my god,
36.
Princeton.
36
You
to climb.
madman.
Oh my! I failed
failed.
though, severely.
Please tell me you did not fumble.
I
Yeah,
didn't fumble.
I didn't fumble. Don't worry.
I got a
didn't
90.
Yeah,
Oh my
I failed.
I had a 36
I failed-
in climb, and
I
I rolled
failed-
an 86.
fumble by like 15. Do I spend luck? Will spending
No,
luck
we-
do any
because I
good
said
here?
I mean you can
Oh,
make it
right,
to the top,
half.
but I said half of you would, for all of you to make it, at least half of you were gonna have to
True. Okay. then
Lottie
this
goes
is
down to the
not-
ship.
So-
We hike away all the way up to the top of the volcano,
pass. So
just to realize it's a little too steep.
so Godfrey Godfrey is just like, let's take a step back and rethink this. Does anybody have any rope?
No.
Nope.
Well, what do you think? Godfrey, you idiot. I'm sorry. Sorry, Godfrey.
Sorry, Princeton, that was pretty rude. Do we need to
I know. I'm
your
sorry.
attitude
Let's
issues?
see.
Yeah, the
I know,
player
I
isn't
know.
even here to defend his character. That's not fair.
Nope, that is really unfair, Princeton. Come on.
Godfrey,
I've got your nose. I've got your nose.
Godfrey, do you happen to have any rope on you?
Let me roll a luck check. Let's see.
Oh, here we go.
I rolled a 10.
Oh.
I think Godfrey actually has like 15 luck, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Yeah. I was like
It was
14, I think.
yeah, you all have like maybe like a small like pack of stuff that you brought here, whether it was like, oh, my gun or some ammo or what have you, and out of it he pulls a bundle of rope.
Awesome.
Hey, Godfrey to the rescue!
Godfrey saved us.
Now all we need is one person to get up there, and then they can throw the rope down to the rest of us.
Okay. Well, I am a very good climber. I'm probably better than all of you at climbing.
And yet you didn't make it.
Still-
Well,
How
okay,
this
Lottie.
Can we all roll to try climbing up again?
Can you do like a totem pole?
You can all try.
Can we do a totem pole? Okay.
Oh my
failed again.
God.
Basically giving out a reroll here for
I still failed.
I got
Yeah,
a
it's
4
good.
out of
the
36.
rope. The thought of the fact that only one of you needs to make it renews your vigor,
I'm like,
and all of you give it another attempt, and this time Princeton clambers all the way up to the top of the volcano. Godfrey throws the rope up to him. Princeton catches it, and all of you are able to pretty easily, with the help of Princeton holding it up at the top there, pull yourself up the side.
Let's
how
go.
evil would it be if you made me roll a strength check as everybody's climbing?
Or if you make Godfrey roll a throw check.
I don't know. He'll throw stats probably the minimum, but I don't know it, so.
Thank you for not being here, Luke.
I don't think it's the minimum, if I remember correctly, because he did pass the throw in somewhere.
I'm pretty
I
sure he
think-
got very lucky when he threw the cat figure.
Yeah, totem.
The guy. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still a skill that he passed, and he probably re-rolled and upgraded it a little bit.
No, that's true. Okay. So, now that you're up here, looking down into the volcano, there is a warmth emanating from the center there, but you can't see any lava, and it's clearly not. It's not as hot as you would imagine from an active volcano, if this is even active. It's actually, like I said, there's some warmth emanating, but it's not sweltering. You could clearly come down here if you wanted to.
Do we see any cave entrances in the inside ring of the volcano?
There is. You don't see any cave entrances. However, going down the center of the volcano, it seems like there's a way down, like almost, not quite stairs, but like a. How do I describe it? They're kind of like It's kind of like slanted ground, at like the angle of a ramp, almost.
Hmm.
You could walk down it pretty easily.
All right. I think we should go down.
Wait, no, it is actually steps. My bad. It's stairs.
All right. Well, I definitely think we should go down the volcano now.
Okay.
I guess so.
I mean, we're already up here. We
Yeah.
probably should.
We kind of
head
have no
down there.
choice. We probably should, yeah.
You know, if they were to climb back down, we're not doing that. So.
Commit to the biscuit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, walking down into the depths of this volcano, outlined around the outside of this corridor, this stairway that you're descending down, are carvings of hideous creatures, giant, misshapen, octopus-like creatures, hideous fish-like humanoids holding tridents, and blobs of what appear to be bile. It looks, that last one you recognize. It looks pretty similar to the things that you saw underground in Australia. The big black things with all the mouths and stuff.
And I wasn't underground when they saw that in Australia, was
So
I?
you wouldn't recognize.
I wasn't there either.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
So only me and Princeton would recognize it.
Yeah.
Um,
Amazing. We have something in common.
For once.
I guess the two of you would know. I think that voice told you guys that they were called Shoggoths, but if they didn't, then that's whatever. You recognize them is the point. At the base of the stairway, the small cavern that you've been walking down, that's acted as kind of a stairwell for this spiral of staircase, spiral stairs. I'm just talking. I don't know what I'm saying. These spiral stairs. It opens up into a huge chamber. And now the first thing you notice, your eyes are drawn immediately to this ginormous bullet-shaped item in the center of the cavern. It's about 75 feet tall. It's
Super
suspended in the air on girders above a pit of magma. Around it, there are cranes and platforms and cultists some other workers wearing some dark things on their head, and some other strange fish-like humanoids moving around. Some of these people are walking back and forth between a dark pool on the ground and the magma pit at the bottom, picking up stuff from the dark pool and putting it into the magma pit. On the opposite side of the pool, you can see there's this big pool of water, just normal water. It's not dark like the other one appears to be. And then on the far side of where you've come in, you can see a statue. But you can only see the back of the statue, strangely.
Sorry.
The entirety, everything that you've seen here is it terrifies you to your core, even if it's kind of awe-inspiring how large, how many people are in here working on this thing and how large it is. Everyone roll me a sanity check.
Oh, yay! You know, nothing I'd be more glad to do.
Extreme
rolled
success, baby.
90.
I got a 10, so hell yeah.
I rolled a 90.
I rolled
out
a
of 25.
6, so be proud.
And you know I failed, so...
If you succeed, you lose 1 sanity.
Great.
Oh,
Failed,
hell
you
yeah.
lose 1d6 sanity.
Oh, no.
Person, how much sanity do you start the day with?
25, and...
So you
we're
can
about to
lose 5.
I only lose 2.
We're just starting.
So you have 3 left for the day,
Yes.
for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
We're all
For the
dead.
rest of the session.
We may as well just call it.
Or
off
rest of
here.
my
We're all
life.
gonna die.
Yeah, we might as well. Just, you know.
Yeah, the rest of Princeton's life. He has 3 left. Before going indefinitely insane.
Oh, wait. Am I still indefinite? Oh, wait. Am I still indefinite? No. I'm not indefinitely insane.
I think you lost that when we came to China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So looking at the bullet-shaped object hanging from the girders, is it attached at like 1 point or multiple points?
It's attached, I would say at multiple points.
It doesn't look like those points can perhaps be destroyed in some way.
I mean, technically anything could be destroyed. Now, these are like huge girders, so it would take a serious amount of force.
Well, I wouldn't go for the girder. I'd definitely go for the thing holding it. Like, so you have the girder, right? And then you have an anchor that's attached to the thing hanging in the air.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it would still probably take a considerable amount of force. But yeah, there would be something like that. It's also it looks like it would probably be pretty hard to get up there unnoticed, considering this is a huge chamber and that's like where most of the light is.
All right.
Looking around, there's also a bunch of doorways into other rooms around the large chamber. There's like little cavern doors going into other rooms.
Oh, no. Okay.
As well as to one side, there's some boxes that those of you who have been to the Dark Mistress might recognize. Some of the boxes you've seen that guy carrying around.
Me and Arthur are specialists at this point after seeing the boat twice now.
Yeah.
And I open a box.
Yeah, I want to open up some boxes. I'm like, yo, what is that?
You can sure sneak over.
Sneak.
Oh no, who has stealth here?
No, it's gonna basically they're gonna roll. I mean, you can still roll stealth, but they're gonna roll spot hidden, and it's gonna be very hard for them to do it.
All right, are we doing combined roll or is this
It doesn't matter.
Individual,
Yeah.
probably.
I passed.
All right.
I actually passed.
I failed.
I'm shocked.
Well, they also failed really bad, so nobody notices you.
I am invisible.
I am really loud, but they don't notice.
Heading over to this is a huge chamber, and they're clearly hard at work, and it's not super well lit in here. Heading over to the boxes. There's lots of tools and raw materials in here. The tools, a lot of them are weirdly shaped. You can tell what they are. Like this is a hammer. This is like a screwdriver. But they're like weirdly shaped for what they're supposed to be. Then there's also, like looking through some of the boxes, there's some tanks that look like cigars almost. But they're like metal, and they're shaped like cigars. Then there are lots of other, like, big pieces of metal, some other things that are clearly used for building.
Can I take a hammer?
Okay.
I'll use that as a melee weapon.
I'm not going to take anything, but I have my baseball bat with me, and that's all I really need.
You're gonna look at it. You look at the boxes, and you're like, I don't need any of this, and then you leave.
Basically.
Can I hold a hammer up and point to Moses or Lottie to see if they want anything? Signal you want this?
Well, I think I'm okay.
I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt to have a hammer.
Alright, I grabbed 2 hammers.
Okay. I was gonna ask, have we looked through all the crates, or are there still some that are unopened?
There aren't that many that have anything unique in them. So they go through a few of them, and it's a lot of tools. It's a lot of those cigar-shaped metal objects, and it's a lot of hunks of metal and spare mechanical parts.
Can any of these be thrown like discs, shurikens?
Not really. I don't think they would have any tools that would look
yeah, you gotta take the sheet metal and then the angle grinder and then make some. But yeah.
They don't have any. They don't have mini circular saws or anything that you can throw.
No ninja stars.
No, unfortunately, they don't have any. They don't have any shurikens on this build site.
Damn.
That's really all I wanted.
I don't think it's real cult then at that point. If they don't have ninja stars, they're not a real cult.
Yeah.
Especially this close to Japan, you'd think.
Yeah, exactly. It's China, close enough.
I mean, you're even in the ocean. So,
Yeah,
that's where
I know.
Japan is.
Between the two.
Totally.
Yeah.
All right. Do we see any other doorways that look particularly interesting?
I mean, they all look like doorways. It's quite dark in here. You can't really tell what's past them, even if there's no actual door.
How many options are there for doors?
I believe there's 4.
I rolled a 3, so third door. Let's go that way.
So you're gonna try and sneak around. I will say. Looking at the way that I'm looking at the map, the third door, you would be sneaking past the weird, glowing dark pool that all those people are moving back and forth from to the magma pool. You can go the other way past the normal water pool and go into the door closest to that, and there's not really many people over there.
I vote that one.
Yeah, I vote that one.
I don't want to push my luck with another stealth check.
Yeah, I figured that would be good information.
Yeah, you didn't fill us in on that. So
Well,
I
didn't expect you to just roll a dice. To be fair.
Well, Gabriel asked if there was anything particularly interesting about any of the doors, and you're just like, nope, they're all normal doors. I'm like,
well, I thought he was trying to ask me what was in them. Anyway, Not
No,
anyway.
I
The
was-
point is, so yeah, you head off that way. Let me see if I can. Which one is that? Oh, that's what that is. Okay. So you head off over there. Again, there's not really many people over here. I'm not going to make you roll another stealth check just yet. But looking into this room, it's quite dark in here. But looking in, you see there's a cave or a cage that takes up most of this room. It's almost like a pen, and it holds about a dozen people, like 10 to 13.
Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking? Because I don't think at all.
I'm thinking that we should open the cage and start a little bit of chaos for them. That way we can sneak around a little bit easier.
That's not what I was thinking at all. I was
Well,
just thinking.
do these people look like they speak English or Chinese or?
They're all Chinese people. Some of them maybe speak English, but they're all likely to speak Chinese.
All right, is there a key nearby?
Not that you can see.
Can I break the lock?
You can attempt. You can either pick it with a hard locksmith or an extreme strength roll.
Even with my hammer?
With your hammer, I will give you a bonus die to the extreme strength roll.
All right. I tell Princeton to tell the people that I'm gonna try breaking the lock, and that once we break it, count to a minute and then run free. That way we can escape, and then that'll cause a distraction.
Why don't we just like start staggering backwards now?
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna break the lock,
Okay, so all right.
and if
I'm
not, one of us has a hammer as well.
I'm gonna base
That
on
would
that.
Let me see. What's my strength is? Oh, welp. Here goes nothing. My strength
Wait.
is not great.
You're gonna be making noises.
That's a pass, a normal pass, but come on, give me. I got a hard. That's
Been luck,
unfortunate.
maybe.
You know, the funny thing about luck is I don't have any.
I have a bit. Hey, hold on. How much strength do you have?
50.
I got 65. You want to give me that hammer?
Yeah, here, take the hammer.
Okay. All right,
Give
strength.
her another swing.
Yeah. I rolled an 85.
But you get a bonus
get a
die
bonus
with the
die.
I
hammer.
do.
She
I do.
rolled a
The
10s.
hammer.
I roll a 45.
I
We're
rolled
making-
22, and I'm kind of
I
upset.
can go ahead
Lottie,
and give it a
Lottie,
try.
Lottie,
Oh my
okay.
God.
Might as well. If we're really all going
Okay.
We're all just gonna pass the hammer
Right.
at it, and all the fish people just hear a clanging of a hammer in this room. Just like, what the hell is happening?
There's lots of. I mean, there's already lots of clanging. They're working on a giant metal object of some kind.
this right.
That's fair.
Okay.
All right, Lottie.
So you said I needed an extreme. I made a hard.
Okay, and did you roll bonus die?
No. How much is the bonus? What's the bonus?
You just re-roll your 10s die.
Yeah, re-roll the 10s.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's not good. But I can spin luck.
To make it
How-
an extreme.
how
Do we
much-
Really... Okay. Well, let me do math. I don't do math in my head. So
Why don't?
I would have to spend 13 luck out of my 90.
You poor
That's not-
soul. Come on, you can do it.
Is
Do it.
this an important thing that we need to do? Do we need
I
to
don't
cause
know,
chaos?
but I feel like it'd be very useful, and also it'd be kind of like rescuing these people until they get killed.
It'll also be really
Or
funny.
would it draw attention to us?
No, that's what I was saying. We tell them to wait a full minute before leaving the cage.
Okay.
But wait, what is the strength of one Harold Godfrey?
I
Godfrey,
don't have that on me.
Yeah.
Also,
Um,
Godfrey would have I forgot to mention
He
this.
threw the rope. Yeah, he threw the rope and just stayed.
No, Godfrey would have come down the stairs with you guys, and seeing how open it was, he essentially he's like, I'm gonna take position down here behind the supplies, So he's taking cover behind all the boxes with his rifle, and he's gonna. If you guys get caught, he's gonna take some pot shots.
He does this without telling
And
us.
Madeline is watching his back. I forgot because I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Do
how.
we
All right, well-
want to release these people?
I think so.
I think so too, Lottie.
All right, Mr. One Keeper
You spent
of
13
Arcane
luck.
Lore. I would like to spend 13 luck for
We
an
do
extreme.
have like 80s. Well,
I have
She said
90.
90.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it
you
It
can
is
spend
it
a
is
lot of it.
probably the final episode. So
Yeah, I guess. I only
Well,
have
and even then, it's the final
77
area,
left,
so-
it's like having 90 luck in a one shot, and you just don't spend any of it. It's like, all right, well, what was even the point of having luck then?
Yeah.
luck checks.
That's true. But
That's precisely why I like keeping my nice handy 90. But I also saved my 90 for this moment, so we gotta think about it.
yeah, you let the people out. Princeton,
Oh,
roll me a Chinese language check.
I
People
only
are
have a
not
17.
in the
Finally.
right mind.
I only have a 17.
Yeah, and they're in the
We just
Chinese mind,
now-
so
Learn that they're not in their right mind.
And
I
I,
mean,
rolled a
you would be
57.
able to tell, but you wouldn't be able to tell that they're not going to listen to instructions.
But I might not have let them out if they were crazy.
What'd you roll,
A
Princeton?
57.
All right, some of them are running,
I'll
Which
let
is
them
not
run.
listening.
which is leading the rest of them to run.
All right, we'll
And-
stay back then.
Well, no, because then they'll come to this direction
No, they'd be chasing the people escaping.
and wonder how did they escape.
Well, they'd assume that they just like did it themselves.
Broke out. Yeah.
Yeah.
well, we
Alright.
probably ought to not be at the scene of the
The crime.
escape.
We let them all run out and then we casually just walk out. You know.
We're just like,
Keep it
You know, like-
casual. Keep it cash, guys.
Yeah, you know, like in the movies when there's a big explosion behind him and they're just walking like really smoothly away from the
Sunglasses.
scene. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of bright in here. We all just put on the sunglasses.
Okay, you guys head into the next room.
yeah.
Then, as you watch, not all of the people who are working on the on this giant metal object chase after them, but quite a few do.
That's nice.
There's a dozen people, so they probably don't need everyone chasing after them all at once, but there's definitely less in this room now.
You know, armed them all with hammers.
You send them right to where Godfrey is, and you're like, "Go pick up some hammers."
No!
Godfrey, have a shooting session real quick. Go.
Okay. So you walk over to the next cave, cave entrance, and you look up at the statue. Do any of you look up at the statue as you pass by?
Now that you gave me this opportunity to not look at the statue, I'm not going to look at the statue.
It's very interesting.
I probably would though, because it's in a new terrain and it's weird, and I don't like caves, so I'm trying to scope out every possible danger.
So
Out of-
looking,
Well, I was
What's
just
that,
gonna
Moses?
out of character, like how obvious would this statue be? Is it sort of like put into the wall? Is it like just standing in the middle of the room? Because I feel like that would affect if I look at it or not.
Yeah.
Like,
it is
I don't-
it is
I
kind
don't
of
know.
off to the side. And if you look at it, then I'm going to describe what's really close to it, because there is a little bit.
Oh,
But if not, then I mean it's off to the side. It's facing away from the center of the room.
I feel like Moses is pretty observant, so he'd probably look at it.
Oh, man. See, you guys are putting all these arguments in.
Princeton is super unobservant, so if you want to chicken out as to not go insane right now, I would be okay with it.
Yeah, I was going to say I won't.
I'm not doing too hot insanity as well, so
Maybe,
I haven't been doing too hot and sandy for like, a while.
The entire
maybe Princeton's
campaign,
just
you
so
mean?
focused on his own insane mind that he can't
Yeah.
really focus on anything else.
So, looking around, finally able to see from the front of this statue. It looks like a bloated woman, right? This is the cult of the bloated woman. The woman essentially has two arms outstretched and no head. And as horrible as that already might be, from the arm at the shoulder it turns into more of a tentacle, and then at the base of the tentacle it turns into 100 or so severed human arms dangling from that tentacle, in various states of decay.
You said severed
I
human
will
arms?
roll my sanity now.
Not real roll sanity. Not real severed human arms, but that's
Yeah,
the,
I'm rolling my sanity.
I passed.
in the statue. If you pass, you lose 1. If you
Oh.
fail, you lose
I
1d4.
passed. Okay. Not
On the
having
other
time
side
now.
of the statue, what the statue's looking at, those of you who decided to take a look around as you're passing it, there is an altar, essentially. A raised altar. You can see that the altar is high enough that if you're standing on it, you can see over the shoulder of this statue and into the center of this big cave where the rocket is, where the big thing that they're working on. Out of character, I called it a rocket because it looks like a giant missile.
Oh.
We're all very confused at what a rocket is.
Yes, that's what like your 1920 selves wouldn't be too familiar with that. All right. Heading over to the actual next room, which is that. You head up like a small set of stairs carved into the side of the cavern here. And to one side, right, there, you kind of enter this large room. There's 2 thick doors that kind of block this area off. You're able to push through fairly easily. And there's nobody in this room. I did not roll for that, by the way. That's not what that pause was.
Oh, okay.
On the wall, you can see clearly a chronometer that you have seen in other places.
What is a chronometer? Because that just sounds like a watch to me.
It is a type of like thing to keep the time, essentially.
Okay.
It is set to not local time, because I'd assume all of you have probably set whatever watches or pocket watches you have or whatever to, local time, so you can keep track of the day-to-day where you are. It's set to 8 hours early. Around the room, this appears to be kind of like a mix between like a living room kind of resting area and also like a workshop. Actually, first you enter into a living room area, and then you can see through another door there's kind of a workshop with the chronometer in it. In the living room, there is, in the living room area, there is kind of a throne, almost, raised up above the floor of the room. But the rest of the room, there's kind of a nice feel here. It's kind of a calm. There's like some nice chairs and nice places to sit. There's not too much in here in the way of like entertainment. Like there's no bookshelf or anything like that. But there's it's basically just like a relaxing place, as relaxing as it can be in this volcano. Into the next room, which appears to be kind of a workshop. There are a bunch of shelves and tables along with the chronometer. There's a lot of shelves and tables with wires and machine parts and papers all over them. On the center table, one thing stands out to you. It's kind of already pieced together a little bit. There's a large metal unit with that resembles like, it's got a bit of like a central kind of domed part. I don't really know how else to describe this other than how it says. It kind of looks like the domed part of a lemon juicer, like when you push it down into the lemon. I don't know how else to describe that than how they do.
Looks like the tip of a rocket.
Yeah, I mean, if you... Yeah, I mean, actually, with that, I'll just give it to you. It was going to have me roll for this, but looking at it, yeah, this looks like it might fit on the top of the machine that they're building in the center room.
Ooh.
Wait, so how large is this thing?
Quite large. It's not like super large, because the nose is usually pretty, like, it comes to like a point essentially. So it's not gigantic, but it's a decent chunk of metal.
Maybe this goes to the other thing that we it was only me and did everybody see that, or was that along with the statue that
I think we all saw it. It was hanging in the main room.
Yeah, we saw.
I see now why you say it looked like a bullet. Like, now that I hear the rest of the description, it actually makes sense in my mind.
Yeah.
But previously I was like, okay, sure.
Yeah, it's like a long... it's a long thing. It comes to a point at the top. You would, in the 1920s, you would think, oh, that looks kind of like a big bullet, a big, like, caliber bullet.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So how far back was the other part that looks like it went along with this?
Well, that's the giant rocket in the middle of the...
Oh, that they're building.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
All around the room, there's also little odd wheels, some wires. There's some other panels. I would ask you guys to give me a roll on some of these things, but I know for a fact you don't have any of this stuff, and they're harder than normal rolls. You can try to give me a hard electrical repair roll if you would like.
Yeah, is there anything to do with chemistry in here?
I would allow a hard chemistry roll.
You know what?
I would allow it.
I'm going for it. I have chemistry.
Because I don't think you guys have any chance of figuring it out otherwise.
I have a 55 in chemistry.
Because you start out with a 1 in every science. You start out with a 1. None of you have engineering or physics. It's also half rounded down. So if you start with a 1 and then it's hard, That's 1/2, which then gets rounded down to 0. So you have no chance otherwise.
Yeah, no, I failed. I could use luck to get a normal,
You
but
can also
No,
push
you're
to
right.
re-roll it and see, and something bad might happen if you fail again.
Do it. Come on, you gotta take that
Don't
risk.
But-
do that. No.
Do it. Do it. You have
No.
to.
all right,
No.
wait.
He doesn't have to do anything.
If I push my luck, if I get a normal pass, does that mean something bad happens?
No, because that would still count as a fail because you didn't achieve the required roll.
It's really tempting.
So
but I
wait,
need to roll.
You have to
So
do
something bad would still happen because it doesn't
Oh,
achieve
okay, yeah,
the required roll.
Yeah, I have a
Right.
1 in 4 chance, or just above a 1 in 4 chance.
Yes. And you should take that one.
You also can't spend any luck points on a pushed roll.
Ah,
So whatever you roll, that's what you have.
You gotta do it.
Oh,
What's
I'm
the
so
worst that could
tempted.
happen? What's the worst that could happen?
What's the
Oh,
worst that could
yeah.
happen?
oh,
You have a 1 in 4 chance.
Oh.
you know what? Screw it. I'm pushing my luck.
Yes.
Please.
If you die, if this is how you die, then okay.
Please pass.
No, he
Please
might be
pass.
killing
Please
everybody
pass.
else. Come on.
No, he won't. He won't kill
I got
us.
an 8. I got an
my
extreme.
God.
Oh my
That was gonna be really bad for you guys. That's gonna be
Yeah.
really, really bad for you guys.
I rolled an extreme, so you know what? Hell yeah.
So
Okay.
he's like, suck it, Mr. Kraft.
So, one of you thinks you hear footsteps in the other room, but like that passes after a second. Like you kind of turn around to like make sure, and you don't hear anything else. And looking at this, there's another little machine that's set to. It seems like it would go kind of inside of the cone, the nose cone for the big machine they're building. And it seems like a trigger of some kind, like it's going to release something. It's you would be able to trigger the release of something inside of this cone, from far away.
So the trigger is separate entirely.
Yes, but it looks like it would be fit inside of the nose cone.
All right, so if I take the trigger, it
They
does
also now I will say, looking around, they also do have lots of little they have lots of little papers all over the place. What are they called? Plans, like blueprints almost. They're
Blueprints,
not
yeah.
quite blueprints, but they resemble blueprints.
yeah, we got some PNIDs over here.
Also, now that you're kind of holding this trigger in your hand, there is a small cylindrical space in the center of it where you would be able to fit a thing, whatever you're trying to trigger to release.
So this isn't involved in any way with chemical warfare.
It could be anything. Could release anything.
Do I see a cylindrical object anywhere in this room?
No. But looking around, you do find what appears to be, with your chemistry knowledge, a lead casket, like container, a little box, which contains a metal cylinder that's about the same size and shape as the empty space.
Oh. Can I roll a chemistry check to see what this item is?
I would
Or that'd be more
allow,
so physics.
because
I mean, I'm assuming
because
it's a
of
nuclear
because of what it is, I would say. Oh, actually, you know what? Because you were on the Dark Mistress for so long, give me an intelligence check.
item. Oh no. I'm not the smartest cookie. I do have appearance and education, but that's about it. Guess who failed? Rolled a
Something's-
79.
Now, holding this in your hand, something's familiar about the way that your hand feels, as to like some other time you don't really remember. it feels weird in your hand. There's something with it. I'm not really sure what it is.
Wow.
All right, I'm gonna pocket it.
You're just gonna pocket the little metal cylinder?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make sure everything looks the same way it was beforehand, because I know this was in a lead box, and it's probably gonna kill me if I hold on to it for a long period of time. But screw it.
Okay.
I would assume I have enough knowledge on radioactivity, knowing that things in the lead radioactive.
You might know that. Maybe. Possibly.
I mean, isn't this the era where like nuclear was like a big idea? I think.
Not in the 1920s.
Yeah, that wasn't until closer to World War II.
During World War II, I think.
All right, yeah, fair enough then.
Yeah, you
I'm just
probably
taking it then.
wouldn't know much about it. I'm just gonna hold on to this.
Yeah.
If we all die from radiation poisoning, it's your fault.
I'm probably gonna die from many other causes before that.
Many times over.
Yes. Yeah, Nyarlathotep's just gonna bring me back from the dead after him killing me, just to kill me again.
Savage.
Oh boy. Okay, we'll see. We'll
Oh,
see
no.
what happens. No,
I
that
don't like
wasn't.
that.
That wasn't even. No, that wasn't even. That wasn't a bad oh boy for you. That was a good oh boy for you. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. So looking around the room a little bit more, there's more of those tools that are oddly shaped. There are the plans. Among the plans, there's a letter from one Gavin. Essentially, I can send this to you guys later if you'd like, but essentially it just says like, I hope the latest prototypes meet your approval, and the men at Henson's are like fascinated and perplexed by the batch of schematics you sent, but they're hard at work trying to, create new ones, and they're pretty ingenious, so they're gonna do it pretty quickly.
Yeah,
Among
too bad
them-
he's dead.
Among them also is a telegram from Robert Houston.
Oh, too bad he's dead.
Hit a snag, downing tools down under. Will contact again once work resumes. Apologies. There's also the language and script on these are it's a language you don't recognize. It's very hard to make heads or tails of it. Looking around the room a little bit more, obviously there's the chronometer, which again is set 8 hours before local time. You're also able to find Aubrey Penhue's diaries, his journal entries.
Ooh. Gonna read those.
Dear diary, today the Dark Pharaoh.
I thought you were actually reading for a second.
No, I was like really excited. I was like, ooh.
Dear
No.
diary, I met Mr. Pharaoh today.
It was a pleasant
great.
conversation.
Enlightened me on many things.
But a lot of the journal entries are dated from 1921 to 1925, so through to this year. Flicking through, if you decided to spend some time doing that,
Yep.
Roger Carlyle's mentioned about one time. Jackson Elias is never mentioned. Robert Houston and Australia appear frequently. It's a lot that he talks about that. It also mentions the foiled birth of the spawn of the Great Old One. in Kenya.
Wonder how that could have happened.
Well, I wonder. It essentially says, like, no matter, we can still complete the ritual without that. There's also mention of the children of Great Cthulhu knocking down a wall in the Seamen's Club, trying to kill a traitor who was staying there. And that's basically everything that seems interesting, just flicking through.
All right.
But yeah, you have the plans in this room. There's the diaries. There's the machinery parts that you've been able to identify.
Can I destroy the plans?
Sure. How are you going to do that? Just gonna tear them up?
Anyone have a lighter?
I have a flare gun.
Rather not use that. Anyone have a lighter on them? I'm looking at Godfrey. Doesn't Godfrey smoke? Or no?
Well, Godfrey's not in this room.
Right, Godfrey's not in this room.
Yeah. He's waiting to give you some covering fire if you get caught.
I will shred it up and stick it inside the lead box.
Okay. Just like as much as you can into like little pieces.
Yes.
All right.
Pretty much to the point of unrecoverability.
Do you want to do anything else to the machine parts or to the diaries or anything?
Is there
the chronometer?
Is there like you said? There's a trigger inside like the cap. Is there like an external trigger that I see?
I think I said the trigger could be placed inside of the cap. Like, it's not in there yet, but there's a place for it.
Well, yeah, but like most triggers like have a corresponding button, right?
Let me make sure.
Because if it's going to be triggered remotely.
The assembly is crammed with odd little wheels, multicolored wires, and tiny little panels with strange, minute geometric designs etched onto them. I will also say, like, this wouldn't be like your normal kind of trigger. Like, this is, I mean, it's alien technology, essentially. So, it wouldn't totally match your expectations of what a trigger should be. But it can be deduced just from like the fact that it is still that at its like most basic form.
All right. Well, I have the radioactive substance, or whatever it is. So I don't think I need to mess with that. Everything still looks the same. So, yep.
Okay. You guys are just leaving everything else as is, tearing up the plans, taking the whatever, and leaving?
I don't understand half the stuff in here, so yeah.
Might as well. Just go along.
Alright, we're moving to the final room. I'll just allow quick movement, assuming like a lot of the workers are still gone chasing after those people.
Nice.
Oh, I had it backwards. I see. That's okay. We'll just call this the next room. Okay. The next room. Looking into it. There's an ornate Egyptian-style burial chamber with a sarcophagus here, with the face of Aubrey Penhew, for those of you who know it, on the lid.
And I push the 2 eyes.
Nothing happens.
Imagine if that had actually worked.
Jesus.
Do I see any like notes or anything around it before I like try to open it?
No, there's not really much else in this room. It seems kind of like just a burial chamber.
Wait, did we know Aubrey Penhew to be dead? I don't remember.
You know, as far as you know, he's alive. Like, he's the
Oh.
one orchestrating this plan.
That's why I was confused there for a second.
Those
Okay.
faces there.
Oh, I thought he was dead this entire time.
No.
Guys, do you think we should open the sarcophagus?
I mean, what can go wrong?
Yeah,
I
what's the
know,
worst that could
right?
happen?
What could possibly happen? I don't know.
Just do it, man.
I open the sarcophagus.
Okay. It takes you a minute. You're tugging
Yeah.
at it. It's quite heavy and it's stood up on the side. It kind of grinds against the floor as you pull it open. And everyone give me a listen check. I'll be nice. I'll be nice.
Oh no.
Merciful DM. Listen, check. 32.
Please, please.
I got an extreme.
I just barely
Success.
passed. Success.
I failed.
30 out of 30, brothers.
Everyone with the success, as soon as the sarcophagus opens, you see that it's empty, but you hear just a light, like the sound of air coming through like a tube, tight space. Almost like some kind of a gas is being pushed in to
Guys,
this.
let's run. Guys, run.
I'm
Guys,
holding.
run.
I'm holding my nose.
I'm holding my nose.
I go out through the door.
Nobody.
Once everybody else starts running away, you're like, wait, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell Arthur. Hey, there's gas coming out.
Oh, thank you for informing me. I'm going to head it through this door now.
Okay.
So formal, so casual, like nothing wrong is happening. I'm just like, run, guys, run, guys, let's go, run.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
like to be scared.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
We shut if there was a door behind us, we shut that. Make sure that the gas doesn't spread
Do we?
everywhere.
So is Arthur separated from us, or like, because like
No.
he ran?
No, Arthur came.
Okay, he came with
Yeah.
us.
Is there another door? Is there like one more door left?
No, that's it.
So we don't see anything else down here. We don't see like an entrance except for the one we took.
Yep.
All right. I guess unless we were to try sabotaging this anymore, which would kind of put us in pretty bad danger, I think we should head out of the volcano.
Looking down at it, you can see now that you're on this side of the room, nearer to the darker pool that these things seem to be working with. Because you're looking around as you like say, unless we sabotage this more, you can see.
I thought you were going to say they hear me talking about it, sabotage me in the ambush.
No, you can see down there are a bunch of fish people. I'm not going to make you roll sanity on them, don't worry, because we already did at the very beginning. They are barking orders at these humans, but the humans have some kind of black goop over their eyes, on their heads, and obviously you see the normal fish people kind of barking orders, but then there's a much larger, stronger looking one, and he's holding this black goop between his hands, and he's making like, gurgling fish noises, louder than them, barking orders in some language you don't quite understand at these humans, and the humans are walking over to the like dark pool, and they're picking up sludge, just gross like black goop, and they're pulling it and they're carrying it over to the magma, and they're dropping it in, and it sizzles, and then there's some steam comes off, and then they're doing that over and over and over again.
I wonder what they're dropping there.
Do we follow them to see where they're going?
Well, you
kinda
can
know
see
where-
the two
Yeah.
places they're walking between.
Oh,
That,
I thought they
that,
were like going. I thought they were delivering it somewhere else.
No, the
Like
dark.
black
They're
group.
taking it straight from that dark pool straight over to the magma underneath.
okay.
That's underneath the rocket.
Well, I think that we should head out and see if we can find the main entrance and see how Jack is doing. And see if he needs any help. Because we've done a good bit over here and they haven't noticed us yet. And I don't want to, push our luck.
I
Or
agree.
do I?
We want to be reasonable about this.
Yeah, let's be reasonable. WWPD.
No.
All right, so you guys are gonna try and sneak out.
Oh no, does it do it?
You listen. Either way, you're gonna either pass by those people that are working with the sludge, or you're gonna have to take the long way around. So either way, I'm gonna have to ask for another stealth check
Oh, shit.
versus their
Yeah.
spot hidden.
Well, here goes nothing.
I actually
for a
rolled
check.
well that time.
That's great. Good for you.
Good for you. I
I-
rolled a 4. What?
You said for
Okay.
stealth? We're rolling stealth?
Stealth.
I failed. Yeah.
I failed.
Well,
I-
I barely passed a 20 out of 20, folks.
Alright, so
That's
yeah.
half.
4 out of 25.
That is half.
And one with the an extreme. Yeah.
But I
half
gotta see
rounded
what
up.
I rolled. I'm pretty sure I rolled essentially a normal because they need an extreme success because it's so dark, so loud in here.
Stealthy Princeton.
So, okay, that works. Yeah, you guys are able to sneak around and get back out. Godfrey and Madeline follow you out. The whole time asking what you found, and you guys kind of quietly discuss with them what was going on down there. You come out. You're quite high up now. You can see from the ridge of the volcano the two groups kind of making their way around the
They
island.
still haven't made it to an entrance.
They're like scoping out the whole island essentially.
All right. I guess I'll try.
One
joining.
of them is now walking through the jungle. They're quite further away, but you can see one of them is kind of on a beach nearby to the volcano.
Can we pick out Jack Brady out of any of the groups, or?
I'd say sure. He's in the group closer to the volcano, so I'd say you'd be able to see that one.
All right. I say
Do we
to
climb all
everyone.
the way back down?
I mean,
'Cause it took
we'll
us a
leave
while to get up here.
I think we can leave a rope hanging so that we can climb back up if we need to re-enter this area. Because, yeah, I
It's
don't want to
still-
have to climb again.
It still takes a while though to get up and down.
I mean, do you guys have any other suggestions?
I have none. Don't look at me for ideas.
Do
I
we
feel
want to
like-
just find the main entrance to
Well, yeah, that's
wherever
why.
wherever
I-
this is happening, and we just wait there until backup comes?
I mean, we could do that, yeah. I just figured if they're scouting out the island, they'll probably know. Because they've already come here once. And we could ask them.
Well, I don't know how deep they've made it though. I don't know. They didn't. They seem to imply that they didn't have much information. So,
Well, Jack
or if they
said
did,
last
then
time-
they were keeping it close chest. So,
I mean, I know Jack said last time that there were guards guarding the main entrance, so he might know where it is. That was kind of my ideology.
okay. I'd say. I guess it wouldn't be a bad idea if we are impatient, but I'd also say, because we don't know where the main entrance is, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, I
Unless,
guess.
wait, Pierce,
Mhm.
did Jack tell us where the main entrance was?
He said he didn't know. They weren't able to gather that much intel.
Oh. Alright.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Okay. Then yeah, I just say we try and find the main entrance and wait there until backup comes, or we could find it and then have one or two people go back to get the rest and bring them in or something.
I think it'd be better if we all stayed together. It seems like we've got time.
Okay.
I mean, the ritual isn't until tomorrow, so.
Well, let's go scout for the main entrance then.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Well, so thinking about it, before you head back down, thinking about it, give me a hard intelligence roll. I'll allow that. There was no
Everybody?
really other. Yeah, everybody can. There was no real other entrance
I got
in there that
extreme.
you saw. It's an extreme.
I got a
normal.
I
hard.
got a normal.
Hard.
No, fail. By 3.
With an
Wait. Never mind.
with an extreme, and with any of the hards, it seems that there might be, like, considering a bunch of the people working in there are fish people, and you didn't see any other entrances, maybe the other entrance isn't on the island. There was a pool of water in there.
Oh.
There were 2 technically, weren't there? One was more like...
Yeah.
What
so
one they were pulling sludge out of.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, then either way, we would need to head back in. Right.
Yep.
you just yell from the top of the volcano. Hey,
Well, why
Brady, up here!
No,
Hey,
Why
can
don't
we
we-
go retrieve Brady?
Yeah.
That way we
I
have
guess, yeah.
more support.
Get 2 strike teams headed down there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could at least tell them, be like, hey, I think we've narrowed it down. We have an idea where it is. We need backup.
It takes you about an hour to get down there, talk to him about that, and get back up. Are we good with that?
Yeah.
You guys have until tomorrow night for the ritual, so I guess it doesn't super matter.
Yeah.
Okay. So you head down there. You talk to him.
Alright, so now we got 12 people, I guess, going inside the volcano.
He's asking you all kinds of questions on the way back up. You know, what are they building? Like, what is this great machine? Kind of tell him a little bit about the plans. You, Arthur, you talk to him a little bit about, like, the trigger that you found, the little mechanism. You show him the little vial. He's not sure what that is.
They're building a rocket. Have you never seen Little Einstein?
Going through
I'm aboard.
sky.
We're ready to explore.
Who is Einstein?
And who are you calling little?
Well, at this
Never
point
mind,
in time,
must
he
be.
might be. Is
Yeah,
he born at
Jack
this point in
Brady's no, he would have been born. It's the 1920s. He was he came to America in the 30s.
Alright, he
or
would
the
be Little
40s.
Einstein.
But he would be born. I just don't know if an American Marine would know who he is. Especially an American Marine who's been on the run for several years. There
Yeah.
he is.
Go fast check.
But yeah, even if he's already famous at this point, again, I don't think an American Marine
No.
would know who he was.
Yeah, probably
Fair enough,
not.
yeah.
Like, it's fine.
Sorry, Marines, but you gotta get. That's the lowest score threshold for the military, my friends. Sorry, guys. I apologize. It's just facts.
Anyways.
I don't
Anyways.
care about your feelings.
Yeah. So yeah, he's asking you all these questions as you head back up. You eventually get back to the top. Godfrey says he's going to do the same thing, and Madeline's going to watch his back, where they kind of stand off to the side and take shots from the back, hopefully.
Hey, at least they're consistent.
So Jack just turns to you and he says, "Well, so what's the plan? You're all, you've all been down there. You have all the information now. What are we doing?"
Well,
Well,
we need to eventually, we need to go back down there, and I had this idea of, we didn't really see any main traditional entrance, but we did see a pool, and I had the idea of maybe, since they are fish people and can breathe underwater, that maybe the entrance is through that pool. So we need probably one person at least to maybe at least explore it, who's good at swimming, that can see if my theory is correct, and then other people at least to protect the pool, to make sure that nobody comes and tries to stop us.
I mean, we could always try taking out the fish person first as well.
I don't want to create too much of a ruckus if we can help it as well. Don't want too much attention brought to ourselves.
Well,
Right.
we also we're probably outnumbered here, I'd imagine. So we probably just want to be careful. We probably just want to get in, damage whatever we can, and get out.
All right.
That's the
Just
minimum.
stop this from happening. Break things down, throw things in the lava or the water.
Speaking of which,
Whatever we can do.
this metal cylinder I have, do I think the lava will melt it and destroy it?
You don't know. As far as you know, throwing metal into lava would certainly melt it. As far as you know. I feel like that's obvious enough to say without a roll.
Okay.
Lava is very, very, very hot. And metal, breaks down at extreme heat. Less, extreme heat meaning less hot than literal magma. So you would imagine it would break down.
All right. I guess. Are we down there at the moment, or are we about to head down?
You guys are about to head down. Jack kind of stopped all of you, and he went, What's the plan? Like, you guys have been down there already. What do you think we should do?
All right, and who wants to? I think before we go down there, we should decide who's gonna swim.
Won't be Lottie. I'll tell you that
No.
one.
It won't be me either. Does anyone have a not
Well, do we know how far that goes?
not the slightest clue?
Not really. It could go on for a while, considering that fish people can breathe underwater.
Right. I don't know if any of us... I don't know how many human... we don't know how far it could go. It could be far enough that no human could hold their breath for that long.
Roll a luck check to see if you have scuba gear.
Just on you. Like, not even find it, just on... You're just wearing it, like, the whole time.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I could have put the thing in my mouth instead of drowning.
If you really...
Ooh.
No.
Actually, I just had an idea of what if we could capture one of the fish people and then
That's-
maybe
Do they
convince them
speak?
to...
So, out of character for you, for that idea, the fish people are pretty close together. They're all kind of together yelling at the humans.
And aren't they yelling in a different language?
Yes, they're yelling in fish.
Yeah.
It's
What a
some
wonderful
language you don't
language.
understand, but there's lots of
Blub, blub,
gurgling.
blub.
Yeah.
So like that.
You just try to do that with the dry
A little
mouth.
more structured.
I did.
Then, we can at least, somebody can at least take a quick look and see if they see how far it goes. That Unless we get somebody who can breathe underwater for a long time, I think that would be
Man,
our
you
only
really
option.
are looking at me to do this, huh?
No.
What?
no.
Wait, what?
I know what Princeton.
Moses says we need someone who can breathe underwater, and Princeton goes, "It's the job for me."
I mean, if you want to do it, Princeton, go for it.
Yeah, you're more than
No.
welcome to try.
I mean,
I
what if we just have someone swim until like they're like, okay, it's a little deep, and then they just come back up and tell us
that's a
I
lot.
could
That's
only
a lot.
get this far down before I was like, meh, I have to come back.
Oh, so
up.
you want to do this?
I didn't say me. I just said it's an idea.
Can Arthur
now
shove someone into the pool of water?
Now, if we agree on said idea, then I might be able to compose
Oh.
myself to do so. But I would have to come
my
back
lord.
up. I'm not swimming down deep for nothing.
Is one of
Okay.
Jack Brady's men good enough to like swim?
Oh,
Like, do
yeah.
they have?
Yeah, one of them could do it if you asked him to.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
He's not gonna swim the whole way, but he'll
Well,
check.
no, but
He'll look.
like to scout.
Oh!
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
am I doing?
I'd rather he drown than me. Sorry, man.
How about let's not tell him that?
Yeah, that's not. He
Also,
saved
to be
his
fair,
life.
Jack Brady does have the title Marine, so you'd think he can swim.
His name's Jack. He can do anything.
Okay.
Well,
Also,
Mr.
when
Jack
we-
Brady, does one of your men want to maybe test the waters?
I mean, they could look when we get in there. How far away is it from
That'd be lovely.
the people working on the machine?
It's on the opposite side, right?
Yeah.
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 No, it's not too far.
So a good. It's not crazy.
I'm just ready for him to go in there and like a tentacle just grabs him and kills him.
Yeah.
That would never happen.
No,
No.
not at all.
Never.
It's not as if
I'm-
we saw a statue with a woman that had like tentacles and then whatever the fuck that was.
Arms.
Well,
Also,
yes.
when we go down there, I will toss the metal container into the lava. I don't like the face you're making right now.
I'm not making anything.
uh,
I think it's gonna be really
Well-
funny when it happens, but that's okay.
oh no.
well,
You listen. I'm not saying it's gonna be bad. I'm just saying
Yeah,
It's gonna happen.
your
some
face
shit's
is
gonna
saying
happen.
it.
I mean, I'm still gonna do it, but your
The
face is
silence
saying
is
like,
saying
"Oh
it.
no."
The face and the silence, Pierce. It says everything.
but Arthur, do you? How are you gonna be able to get to the lava without somebody spotting you? Because aren't they like constantly? Oh, he's just
He just whips it.
because aren't there people constantly in like the lava pit or whatever?
Yeah.
I mean, they're. It's only the people going over there, like the seal, or not the seals. Sorry, the fish. I don't know. I think seals.
The fish people.
No, my mind was going back to Percy Jackson. Whoa, sorry.
Oh.
The fish people.
Why isn't there a Percy Jackson RPG?
There should be.
I
Okay.
looked it up. I literally looked it up like a couple days ago, and some people have made their own like fan creations, but there's no like official one.
Damn.
Sorry, that's a side note. Anyways, I see that are the fish people really going near the lava, or is it the fish people just sending the actual people to the lava?
They're just sending the actual people to the lava.
So I
The
can just fit in with the.
Well, so they also have this black goop over their eyes.
Nasty buggers.
I mean, I don't. Do I think they'll notice me if I just go like mindlessly walk over to lava and just drop the
You don't
item
have
in?
black goop over your eyes.
Well, if I'm far enough away and not facing towards them, they won't
I-
see my eyes.
You're just gonna walk backwards towards the. I would allow like a stealth check for that,
Shit.
or like a deception. Like, do you have fast talk? I would kind of count that.
No, I don't have fast talk.
Never mind.
Can I charm the fish people?
You just remove your shirt very slowly.
Yeah.
So, wah, 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 wah. Anyway, I'll provide the music with my voice box.
Does anyone here have a good throws?
Oh, I have good fast talk. Wait a minute.
Oh, would you care to deposit this canister into the lava for me?
Now why?
Well, I think it's important. And I think it'd be very beneficial for it to be destroyed.
Roll fast talk to convince Lottie. So.
Just to comply against her will.
I could roll fast talk to convince them to allow you to do this.
Well, I feel like throw would just be easier if someone has a good throw.
I have the minimum, the 20
Same.
minimum.
It also might not be a hard throw because I might just because it's like a big pool of
Lava pit, yeah. But I have a 20.
Imagine if the roll that I just pretended did that right now. It would have made it. Barely.
Well, yeah, you got a 20
like
out
to
of 100
practice.
chance. So
And I rolled.
I have a
Well,
higher
not there,
chance of
so.
the stealth. My stealth is a 24.
I would allow for a dex roll instead of a throw roll to do this because it's not. It's like a huge pit of lava. You're not like throw. I feel like is for accuracy. You don't have to really be accurate. You just have to kind of throw it far enough in the right direction. So I would allow. I think probably dexterity.
All right, I have a 55 in dexterity. It's a little bit higher than stealth and throw.
I'll take
I
those
have a
odds.
70 in dex. So.
I have
Wait. Oh, since you're offering Moses, would you care to do this?
I have a 55 in dex, so I'm no better.
Sure,
than you.
I'd be happy to help Arthur.
I really think that whoever touches this is going to get affected by whatever's inside of it. So, like, my gut just says, you know what? I probably should throw it myself, but it's up to you, Moses.
What if he wears a glove?
Pulls out my first aid kit and pulls out some gloves.
Powder free. Anyway.
Alright, let's go down and let's go take care of this
Yes.
metal container.
We
Oh, are you actually going to do it,
and to
Moses?
the to the pool of water, probably.
But yeah, but
you know?
they're near each other, so
Yeah,
it's
well,
the same
they're on-
area.
They're like opposite, right?
They're pretty. They are opposite, but they're pretty close together. They're not that. They're
Okay.
not that far apart.
Okay.
You guys are also going to be closer to the magma, so I'm going to have you all roll stealth checks when you're going over
Oh
there.
fuck!
Great.
Oh, shit.
All right, I'm ready to die.
Okay, so we're heading down there. I'll change the tunes.
to
Go
climax.
ahead and roll
sound.
stealth, or do you want us to wait?
Yeah, you guys can all
Well-
roll stealth.
Can he
Oh, my God,
throw
that'd be nice.
the container beforehand?
Stealth, boys.
Why
I
not?
pass again, barely.
No way.
Regular success. I have not failed stealth.
I failed.
I passed.
I failed.
22. Lottie
I
passed?
failed.
No, Lottie did not pass.
Let's
And I
hope they're
don't wanna
really
spin
bad
luck
at looking.
again. I don't want to spin luck again.
I rolled a 93. So
All right.
We'll take that.
we take those. All right. I've been rolling really poorly all night. Good thing we haven't gotten into combat.
So have I, man. So have I. Looking around. That makes me uneasy.
For those on the podcast, I just made my eyes real wide and then looked back and forth after I said we haven't gotten into combat.
Making me feel very uneasy over here.
All right. So you guys sneak your way over to the pool of water. I'll roll stealth for him as well because he's jumping into a pool of water.
I swear he's going to crit fail.
He rolled a 96.
Oh,
He like cannonballs like there's a huge thing of water. All of a sudden,
oh shit.
God
you just
damn it.
feel like 100, like 50 sets of eyes turn on you and look at you, and there's like a roar across
Whoa,
the
shit.
cave. Moses, do you want to throw that container real quick? I'll let
Yeah,
you do
I'd
it
love
before
to.
we go into like ordered
Okay.
anything.
I got a normal success with Dex.
Might as well.
All right.
I don't need a harder one, right?
What's in the canister?
We don't know.
Find out.
Nobody
We don't
knows.
know.
I don't
We're
need a
not
hard,
about to
right?
find out. It's about to go into.
So you see the as soon as how do I put this? When you feel all those eyes turn on you, right? You look up, you can see actually Aubrey Penhue is working up on one of the girders with everybody. You guys haven't really been looking for specific faces, but feeling all those eyes turn on you, you see all of a sudden everybody who's here. Aubrey Penhue's here. All those fish people turn on you, and as soon as you see everyone start to make a move towards you, you hear Aubrey from up top shout, "No!" as Moses is throwing the metal cylinder. "What are you doing? What have you done?" And
really not sure what we're doing.
the fish people are running past you into the pool of water and diving into the pool of water. The magma starts to bubble.
Oh shit!
And Penhue is gonna cast something on one of you. Let me see.
Cast! What's wrong with him?
I'm sorry. What the?
What was in that canister?
We'll find out
really
later.
I am
guess.
scared.
Why didn't you open it beforehand?
I don't think I could open it.
So
Could I
he's
have
gonna
opened
cast Mind Blast on you. You probably could have opened it. He's gonna cast Mind Blast on Moses.
I thought like it was a
Moses-
solid canister I couldn't open.
Give me a power roll.
Did you try?
No, he didn't try.
It's in the crock.
He didn't even ask.
I got
Heart.
Dang, Moses, I roll a hard. That means defender wins. Congratulations.
Yay.
I say we run.
Yeah, let's run out.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Wait, the fish people went in the water. Maybe that's the best bet.
half of the fish people ran and jumped in the water,
For protection, probably. So
and the one of Jack's guys is getting up out of the water, and he's like, "It's so far.
I don't care.
I can't see the end. What's happening up here?" And he's like looking around, like, what's going on up here?"
Does the volcano
So
look like
bad.
it's like ready to explode?
The magma is bubbling.
So if we go,
It's like bubbling
think-
vigorously.
Yeah.
we don't have enough time to escape this volcano
In fact,
and escape the magma.
I need to roll a dice for amount of time. That's not a lot of time.
I say
so
we
it's my turn?
get out.
Yeah, we'll go player turns. You guys can go ahead. You're about to get chased.
So the fish people are still running past us into
Some
the
of them
water.
are. Some of them are. Some of them
Can
are collected.
Can I perhaps try and grab onto one of them
Ooh.
and tag along as they're swimming?
You're gonna drown.
Well,
They swim
fast.
much faster.
Yeah.
Oh.
If they
They are
swim faster,
fish.
it's not gonna be as long.
Well, how long would it be?
Well, I don't know, but there's only one way to find out.
Oh God.
Could Pierce knows how long. it
I
would-
might. I would need a series of rolls on this one. We'll do one now, and if it succeeds, we'll do some more later. Okay?
I kinda
give
wanna
me
try that.
give me a hard dex roll as you like grab on to these like slimy humanoid.
You're like,
They like dive into the water.
Only
you
normal.
fall behind.
Only normal. I don't really. I mean.
You reach out. You're like jumping into the water, and you kind of like stop on the edge, and you kind of reach out to try and grab at their leg, but you don't like commit to it because you're like nervous, and you don't hold on. What are we doing, guys? What are we doing?
I don't
I'm
know. I'm in a lot of
evacuating.
panic.
Is it who's running? Godfrey
I am,
is
definitely.
out the door already, by the way.
All right.
He's
I'm-
gone. Madeline is looking around for him like she's confused because Godfrey has
All
disappeared.
right. I'm gonna go save Madeline. I'm gonna grab Madeline's hand, and then I'm gonna lead her out.
You trying to save people has never been a good idea.
Also, Madeline, you're like in the middle of the room. By the time you get over there, she would have realized Godfrey's gone. And she
Oh.
would have left also.
Well,
And she probably would have stopped and gone like, "Come on, guys, come on."
Okay. What?
So
Why
I guess
would I-
I'm running after that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna disobey a woman. I am gonna follow.
Why would you
Madeline.
phrase it like that? That's
Can I try
weird.
to grab one of the fish people?
They've already all kind of dived into
All
the water
of
at this
them?
point. Well, all the ones that are going.
Well, if we run fast enough, they won't be able to actually attack us. So I'm running.
That's a shame, isn't it?
No time to talk. We're
You
running.
don't have time to think about this.
I'm
a lot,
running. I'm
guys.
running. I'm running.
running.
I'm leaving.
Okay, I'm running.
All right.
Which,
on, Lottie.
where am I running?
To
Out.
the exit.
Out the exit, up
Yeah.
the stairs,
no.
and
Is
out.
right
Isn't
into
you still like trying to attack us?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You cast a
Well,
spell.
we'll find out.
All right. Can I like zigzag so it doesn't?
That's
doesn't
That's not totally how the spells work here, but you don't actually know how the spells work. 'Cause
I'm panicking.
You
You're
don't
just,
know
like,
how to
taking-
cast
run
them.
around
You're taking
circles.
more time doing the zigzags
Oh
than
my
just
God,
going
let's
to a
just
space.
go.
Alright,
So-
I'm running towards the exit.
Everyone, give me dex checks. I'm gonna dex check the fish people who are still here.
I pass. I guess.
I rolled a 3.
Of course,
Oh,
I'm only
shit.
extreme now.
Of course, you roll an extreme. Oh,
I got a normal.
normal success, bro.
Right
but I'm
there.
So who rolled less than an extreme?
well,
I did.
Was it everybody?
Except for
yeah, Pierce.
Oh, sweet.
I rolled an
Wait, you rolled an
extreme.
extreme.
Moses,
Holy fuck.
Moses, you keep
Moses.
your distance from the fish people. Everyone else is gonna take an attack.
Oh.
Hey, lovely.
Oh. Fine.
As soon as I can find the monster.
At least I'm not going insane. This is
Yeah, at least.
That is
I
fair.
guess.
yeah.
Can I shoot him with my flare gun?
It's not the way how I wanted to go out. This is very unceremonious.
So
I'd
we'll
rather-
start with Lottie. Lottie, you
Mhm.
can dodge or fight back. I failed.
Well, I'm fucking fighting back. I'm gonna hit it with my flare gun. Can I do that? Or can I do
Hit
that?
it with your are you gonna shoot it with the flare gun or just
Yeah, I
hit it
want
with
to
the
shoot it.
butt?
I want to shoot it with my flare gun. That's what I'm
Okay. Okay. Why
Can
are
I-
people
can I
sassy?
try
May
that.
you?
Yeah, sure. You can try that.
Normal success.
Okay. Roll damage.
I'm pumped. Okay, it's just a 1d10, so it's nothing special. A 1d10 plus 3.
Hey guys, remember when we weren't in combat?
Okay, 5.
Guys, remember when we were running?
A 5. The one
Okay.
who tried to get me.
Okay. And then another one is going to take a swing at Moses.
I
Or not
wish-
Moses, sorry. Arthur.
Yay!
I
really-
succeeded, Arthur.
And
Ow.
I can roll.
You can roll
What?
dodge or you can fight back.
Wait,
Fight
what's
back,
the-
you have to beat a normal. Dodge, you can meet them at a normal.
Where's my dodge?
I really wish I had the
Oh,
lightning gun.
I will go for a dodge. I have a very, very low dodge.
Do you have a quick question? When
I gotta fail.
Okay.
How much do I take?
4 damage.
this
Oh
sucks.
shit! I'm not
Uh,
doing so hot on health.
When I hit the fish man,
Mm-hmm.
what did it look like? Did it look like he took any like did it look like it hurt?
I mean, he's not more vulnerable to fire than you are, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Basically.
He didn't look any more hurt than like a normal human would look getting hit by a flare.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So here's me trying to dodge.
Okay.
And
And I will roll as well.
I have a really good dodge. I've got
I
70
rolled
dodge.
an 8,
I rolled a 94.
which an 8 is a hard. Okay, well that, I mean, it still hits, but
Oh no.
5 damage.
Oh my god. Alright. Well, back at 8 health. So this is not gonna end well.
Okay.
like,
And now
just
it's
keep
another
running.
spell time.
If I can.
Yay!
Everybody
Oh.
likes the spells, right?
Of course.
My favorite.
If we had him, I'd like him.
Lottie already doesn't like being in this enclosed space. She definitely doesn't like spells.
Okay, let me just pick this one up so I make sure I do it right. Because I know what this one does. I just want to make sure I don't get it wrong because I don't use spells that often.
What's gonna happen to the Princetonian religion if I die?
His will take off.
These are the thoughts that Princeton thinks about just before death.
Yep. Oh yeah. God, I hope I've been a good person so I can see Merrick one more time.
I swear to God, I thought you were over here.
Merrick is dead.
Thought you
Oh,
were
are you
know.
saying when you die so you can go to heaven? Is that what you're...
Yeah, I've been a good
I
man.
see.
That's bold of you to assume Merrick went to heaven.
Yeah, she kind
Merrick
of
is
was.
an angel.
He was kind of a
She's
horrible
an
person.
angel that was sent to Earth.
Moses, since you were the one who threw the cylinder in the magma, roll another POW check. As you feel this, like, you almost feel like there's something
Oh, you're going insane.
digging in the.
Oh no.
Do I need anything more than a normal?
Yeah, you need a hard.
Okay, yeah, I failed.
Okay.
Don't know.
Lose one. Oh, this takes 2 rounds to cast. So we'll do it next round. But he's casting it.
Wow. Okay.
Same. So we'll do the same rolls. But if you make it outside of the outside, then he won't be able to see you. So. But here we go. Everyone roll me one more dex check. If you roll an extreme, you get out this round.
Come on.
Regular success. Are you kidding
Regular
me?
success again.
I have to roll a dex check for them.
I think I can. You know what? I want
Success,
to live.
but not an extreme. So that's
I'm
okay.
spending 2 luck to get an extreme.
All right, I have a
Oh.
50.
Gavin
Three.
doesn't lose anything because he's getting out. He's getting out of.
Oh wait. Wait, how much luck would I have to spend for that?
Yeah, hold on. I rolled a 53 and need to get a 15.
I
It would not
have
be
to
possible
spend.
for me to
I would
spend
have to spend 20 luck,
I would have to spend 38.
Yeah, I think I would have.
but I have
spent the same amount
77.
as
They rolled a
I
hard
don't wanna-
success on their dex, so they're gonna
I don't
attack
wanna-
anyone
Oh.
who rolls a hard or worse.
I rolled a normal.
Oh well, I rolled a
Yay.
hard. So then, can I spend my luck?
Yeah, you can spend your luck to get
Yeah,
out this round.
that is 20 luck
Okay.
though.
I'm gonna be the only one left in here.
I'm
Yeah,
spending-
no, I'm here with you. I'm not spending that much
spending
luck.
my
The
luck.
2 boys with the least luck
And
the
least
least
sanity.
sanity.
and
Right.
the least
spending my luck.
sanity.
I don't even care. I'm spending the damn luck.
Yep, screw it. All right, never mind. Sorry, Arthur, but I don't want to die. Even though it would be great to see Merrick, but
Wow.
Definitely not in
okay.
heaven.
That's such a dick move.
No.
It really is.
yeah. All right, so I went from
I also
69 luck.
spent luck.
Completely accepted the fact that
This is why Merrick doesn't love Princeton. It's 'cause he's a
There were many
dick.
reasons, but that's one of them.
Princeton could also still die. So there's
True.
that.
And he'll die as a dick, so.
Okay. Well, I have 38 luck now, so
oh, you poor thing. I have 15.
Poor soul.
I have 57.
So, considering Arthur is the last one in here, he's gonna get an attack from one of the fish people.
Oh no.
That's
I
a
could die this
normal
round.
success.
Sorry. I'm so
Okay, so
sorry.
for fight.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'd have a
Fight back,
hard-
you have to beat their normal. Dodge, you just have to meet it. You won't take any damage.
It's easier for me to dodge, but I just need a 31 or less.
Let's see.
I rolled a 17. I'm
All
good.
right. And now, because you're the final one here, spellcasting time.
Yo, what's up, Aubrey?
Roll me a POW check, my friend.
No.
Oh hell yeah! Let's go with that low POW.
That's
Dude, I
extreme
have a-
success.
I'm so dead. Let's roll.
Dude, I wish I could give some of my power
Nat
to you.
one, nat one, nat one.
I failed.
That one.
Damn it.
All right.
I was manifesting in that one too, because I just like do random rolls sometimes, and I rolled in that one.
You feel this immediate nagging sense in your mind that something is wrong, something is terribly wrong. All of the memories of the horrible things you've seen come racing back. You instantly lose 5 sanity.
Oh, so you go insane.
And that should be your indefinite insanity threshold, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. Let's see. I had 38 at the start of the day. Then I lost 4 from the fish thing. Then I gained 2 from Moses. Which means if I lose 5, I'm at 31.
7 at this point.
Yes, and I can
Lost
lose.
7.
Oh, I have to. 7.6 is the number I can lose, so I guess I lose 7, and I'm indefinitely insane.
Yeah.
Great, thanks game for rounding up. Really appreciate it.
Roll
I did my
me
best.
for a fun one. Let's roll me a D100.
Oh, no problem. I'd love to.
Okay.
I
Alright.
didn't even.
I'm saying my
A
prayers.
99.
Roll me one more D100.
Your brain explodes.
My brain,
instantly.
it's just
It
gone.
explodes.
A 21.
21.
Really want to know what a 99 is.
A 99 on the table I was looking at is Gain a Mania. So you said 21?
Yes. I don't want to know what a 21 is.
Merrick Mania?
No, shut up.
No.
Dude, that my smile went down so fast. No.
Oh, this actually fits really well.
Oh, God.
It's something to do with fish.
He turns into like a merman in his head.
A Scottish.
Oh no.
All right.
You know what? It could be worse.
But it
Any
does fit
text
really
you
well,
want.
right? It does fit really well. We'll tell you guys in a minute.
Oh no.
We'll find out.
Based
we're
off
all
of what you
dead.
thought about that thing earlier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. All right, roll me a dex check
Yeah.
to see if you get out of this cave before getting hit with anything else.
I
God,
swear
I
I'm gonna
hate
fail
caves.
this. I
They're
swear I'm gonna
they're
fail
gonna
this.
follow you guys up the steps, but they'll see if you get out of sight of the guy.
91. That's a fail.
Oh my lord. So,
I rolled so badly. So badly.
Oh.
Alright, bring it on, fish people. I am at 5 HP.
You're gonna get hit by a fish.
No.
That's a normal success.
No.
oh no.
I have to roll a dodge that I'm most likely gonna fail because my dodge is a 31. 65.
Okay.
You can't send through luck?
Princeton, if I had luck, I would spend it.
Yeah.
4
I would
damage.
have spent it
Oh,
hours
God.
ago. I'm at 1 HP, guys.
Godfrey's been at 1 HP many times. Let's see what happens.
And he's,
okay.
but then again, we were always there to drag him out of
That's
line of
true.
fire.
You guys want to, give me advantage on like a roll
Okay,
by
I fumbled the next fish person's attack, so you're good on that. But give me a POW for one more spell before you get out of here.
Wow.
Let's see.
I'm so
I got a
glad.
normal success.
Manifesting.
You know, I actually have a 50-50 shot of whether or not I pass this.
Do we even get to
I
see
rolled an 88.
Lose 5 more sanity. Roll me another D100 because when you're indefinitely insane, any sanity loss is immediately a bout of madness.
it as we fed out in the
God.
cave?
Sorry, I didn't roll a 26.
No, I really thought this was going to be Princeton's story.
Oh, yeah, silence, Lottie.
I rolled a low number.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 39.
Yay!
That's bad.
Oh!
So
I already
triggered
lost the
the-
sanity.
Shit.
Wow.
It's just for the Battle of Madness. It doesn't.
Yeah, what was the bout of madness?
You don't know.
Well, we don't know what the new one is.
We'll never know.
What was the old one?
Well, we
You don't know that either.
Yeah, that's
You didn't get really a chance to act that
We'll
out.
find out.
All right, Pierce, bring it on.
Please, no.
I will not be able to act to any of these at this rate because I'm about to die.
You could get out on this turn. We'll see. Roll a dex check.
Oh, very nice.
You got the fear of French.
All right.
Half. Come on.
Gabriel's gonna wake up in the middle of the night to the sound of a text check.
I don't think it's pretty
No.
72.
No. Oh, you're
Um,
having Jack Douglas levels of unlucky.
Was that a fail? Was that a fail?
It's a fail.
Let's see if they fail. They
I
did
have
not
a
fail.
50.
Oh. My
Oh.
But let's see how this attack goes. I failed that one attack, which means you don't get hit. I did not fail the other attack. I got a regular success.
You got
You
this.
know, one of these days I'll
God,
eventually pass
God.
a roll.
Dodge, come on.
Come on.
That one, baby. It's time.
And remember, because if you get hit here,
I'm
you
dead.
die. So
What'd you roll?
I haven't rolled yet. We're about to find
spend
out. I'm
all,
like taking
all
these
your
dice.
luck, whatever it is, 16. Spend all of it if you can.
I think you mean 14.
14.
I rolled a 100.
That's
So-
warning, I'm so sorry.
So these fish people are running up behind you,
I need to not manifest anymore.
and
This is bad.
and one of them actually swings at your legs and knocks them out from under you, and you're just getting beat up by these fish people like crazy. They're just destroying you.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Say hello to Merrick for me.
Dude, he was captured twice.
Well, Arthur was here to help you guys save the world, possibly. So, anyway,
No,
the
no,
rest of you
no.
still could die. Could the rest of you roll me a dex check to see how far up the
Yeah.
stairs you get?
Yeah.
Does he take control of Jack Brady, or is it just like?
Hey,
we're right at
wait.
the end.
Normal
Yeah.
success.
Is there a chance that the guy who came out of the pool, who's behind me, can roll a
Hard.
dex check to carry my body out?
Hard success?
I'll say if they roll like a 20 or lower.
Your dice are luckier than mine.
His are so
No.
unlucky. What are you
No.
talking about?
I rolled a 6.
You were
I take
saying.
my words back. I take my words back.
Yeah, Lottie, you've been manifesting
Sometimes
the wrong
it's
way.
I know.
I just needed that 1/6 to get me out of this cave. The last
So-
like 4 turns.
Yeah. So you are not actually even technically dying because you never got a major wound. You're just unconscious.
That's true. I just took 4 points of damage. 4 points of damage. 4
Well,
points of damage.
actually, I would need to roll damage for that last one because you might have gained a major wound for that last hit. So we'll see.
Don't do
It'd
it.
have to do more. It'd have to do 6 damage.
How much?
I may have
Was it
rolled 6
six?
damage.
Oh my god.
So you're dying. So that means every round you
So
get
you
to
die.
so every round you get to roll a Constitution check, and if you succeed, you stay alive for a little bit longer until someone can do medicine on you. So here we go. What did everyone else roll on their dex checks?
Hard
let's,
success.
let's focus on
Normal.
something else.
Hard.
Normal.
Two
Moses.
normals and a hard.
Hard.
So I
Oh,
got
wait.
normal.
I wasn't having you guys do 3 rounds. I was just like averaging.
No, I'm saying like all
Yeah,
of
no.
them combined. So two. of us got
Oh,
normal.
okay, gotcha.
One of us got a hard.
Gotcha. Okay, let me roll for the fish people.
Although I
They
was already
better fail.
farther out ahead, so I just
Right, they're going to be a little bit slower. Yeah, so you guys are. I would say you guys are probably pretty easily able to get out of the volcano before they catch up to you. Although they are pretty fast, so they are gaining on you slowly. You guys are able to get to the top of the volcano, and you're looking out. There's Jack Brady. There's like 3 of his guys, and then it's you, and you can see Madeline and Godfrey
Oh my God.
booking it. They're out of here.
I'm following suit, man.
I'm really surprised I didn't go insane at all.
Yeah, that.
Well,
different
there's still
plotline.
room for you to die. Let's see
Yeah.
how close are we to the end of the timer. Running out of time.
I'm running. I'm like,
I'm running out of here.
Yeah, just running.
I'm sprinting. I'm like Usain Bolt, but in the 20s. Okay.
Okay.
So, Owen Wilson?
roll me. Everyone, roll me
Wait,
dex
no.
checks.
I'm Wilson.
Except for me.
Jesse Owens. Sorry.
I'll roll a dex check for the guy carrying you.
No, it's okay. You don't have to do that.
Hard success.
I failed.
Gabriel, you're the guy carrying you. Failed. So he's running real slow down the side of the volcano.
Great.
The fish people, however, also failed.
Oh, all right. I'll take that.
We take those. So go ahead and all of you give me your next rolls. I have it. Your next dex rolls to get down further down the mountain.
All right. I really need the guy carrying.
Wow, I rolling really well. Another hard success.
I failed again.
Success.
Fish people rolled a 90.
That's
Oh.
good.
I
Gabriel,
also rolled a 90.
the guy carrying you, rolled a 1.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Now that's some good manifestation right there. I didn't do any of that.
Gold
I didn't
medal.
manifest that time.
You guys are pretty much all near the beach at this point.
That's good.
There's a guy waiting in a boat, out a little bit. You guys get to the water. You feel like if you don't pick up the pace, like these fish people, once they get to the water, they're gonna catch up to you real fast. So everyone, give me swimming or hard dex checks.
Dex.
I'm gonna gladly give you a hard
This
dex
guy
check.
carrying you.
I'm spending the luck. I'm spending the fucking luck. I don't care.
I don't have the luck.
That's
yet.
a hard. That is a 35 out of 35 needed for a hard dex.
I rolled an
Said I need
extreme.
a 5.
I rolled a normal. Uh-oh, indeed.
Alright. I'm spending the luck
To the
I don't have
extreme, you make it to the
for a
boat.
hard.
You make it to
Oh,
the
no.
boat, Moses.
I spent the luck. I made a hard success. So.
Good for
Alright.
you, Lottie.
Well, I'm doing that.
I don't have that luck.
That's it.
I was rolling so well as well.
You
I'm
really
currently
were.
relying
I
on
was
other
proud of
people's
you.
luck.
Yeah.
All right. No, everybody. I gotta see what the fish roll. Everybody make one more roll for the swimming thing that I said.
Well,
the fish
do
did
I-
not roll
do
well.
I
Not
get
you.
to?
You made it to the boat.
Oh wait, the people who made it. To the
Oh,
boat,
okay,
yeah.
36. Okay.
You didn't make it to the boat yet, so yeah.
That's a
you
hard
didn't roll.
success.
Did
No,
you roll an
I did.
extreme or a hard?
No.
All right, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
spend the
Said I
luck.
needed a dex.
All right, I'm gonna
Yeah,
spend the
a
luck.
hard dex or a
Hard
or
dex.
yeah.
Swimming, yeah.
Okay.
swimming.
Well, I'm gonna spend luck
That is-
again. Because.
That's
fortunately,
21 luck I need to spend.
not that
Okay.
much.
Fish. The guy carrying him is rolling.
I'm spending
Please
the luck
roll well,
again,
please
so I
roll
made
well,
that.
please.
All right,
well.
I have 17 luck now.
He succeeded.
I have 40.
Hell yeah. This guy should do all my rolls for me.
I got it. I got there, boys. I rolled an
So
extreme.
you all made it to the boat.
Uh-huh.
Someone should do a medicine check on me.
Oh, it should. Oh.
I can do that once we get on. So is everybody on the boat now?
Before I do a constitution saving throw.
Oh God, yeah, you should have already done a Constitution saving throw. Nobody knows if you're dead yet, so just go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw
No.
to see if
Please
you
don't
died
die.
at some
You
point
made
down
it
the
on the
mountain.
boat.
I should have made you roll more than one. So
Okay.
this is just one for all of it.
Yeah.
I'm cutting you some slack here.
Please don't die.
I swear. Oh
Don't
shit.
die.
What's your con? What's your con?
My con is a 60.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's a 6 in 10 chance of not
It
dying.
is. And you know what? Most of my things have been about that or higher, and I failed.
You failed.
I did not. I got a normal success. I got a 35.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, no, I was saying that the previous rolls I failed.
So
Or, like, easier than that.
so
Oh,
the boat starts driving away. I'm going to need somebody, I don't care who, to roll me a luck check. Moses,
Okay.
you're doing the medicine on
I'll do the
him
luck
while
Lottie, you got this.
I have
Lucky
to do
Lottie.
the luck test.
this medicine check could be for nothing. We'll see what this luck check looks like.
Lottie,
I'll wait for
please
the
don't. Lottie.
Good. We're good, guys.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay.
Okay, so I
As-
can roll medicine now?
Yeah, go ahead and roll medicine. And I'll describe what happens.
That is a normal success.
Holy crap,
Thank you.
Princeton survived this
So-
entire
And
campaign.
how much is that? Well, like
It's
I
a
think
D3.
it just means
it's a D3.
Oh, it's a D3? I thought it just meant to stabilize. Alright.
No,
well,
first aid when you're dying is just stabilization. You get a
Oh,
D3
he has
hit
medicine,
points back
right.
when it's medicine.
Alright, what you
1 HP.
I'll take it.
I can also do first aid to give you another one if you want.
I mean, does he need to do that, Pierce?
It's
or...
the end of the game.
Okay.
This is just to basically see the
Guys,
thing alive.
Guys, I just want to point out, I
Now-
just dropped my dice and they landed on a 2.
What happens? Okay. You succeeded on the luck check, so here's what happens.
Oh, yes.
You
Lobby, thank you.
As soon as you see all of your credit around Arthur, you see that his eyes flutter open. As soon as you see that, you hear a huge explosion. It's deafening, right? Your ears just are ringing. You take a look at the island where this explosion is coming from. It's a mushroom cloud. It's a giant mushroom cloud.
You're telling me in that canister was a bomb? A bomb?
And you feel just like this wave, the wave comes behind the boat and pushes it further away. There's all kinds of debris flying all over the place, just crashing into the water around the boat. Like, it's crazy. You don't feel like your hearing will ever be the same again.
What the hell?
Given the fact that you just escaped probably the most sure and sudden death that you've faced the entire time. One final sanity check to see if we can make Princeton go insane.
I've had too many good
There you go,
rolls.
Princeton, how much sanity do you have left, my friend?
23, and I rolled a 22.
I have a 26 sanity. Let's see. I rolled a nat.
66
No, I
out
didn't.
of
I thought that was a nat
67.
one. I failed. I thought I rolled a nat 1 for a second, and then it was a 6, not a 0.
That was a nat one. No.
It was not. I failed.
Wow. Arthur,
Ooh, another round of madness.
Wait, so you failed, not succeeded? What'd you do?
Oh, I thought I had a nat 1.
Did you roll a 6 or a 60?
I rolled a 60. I thought it was a double
gotcha.
0. It was a 6-0.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, no, I'm mad again.
Okay, well if you failed, lose 1 sanity, or if you succeeded, lose 1 sanity. I'm sorry. If you failed, lose 1 d6 sanity.
If I lost
okay.
If I lost 1 more sanity.
I've only lost
I lost
30
4.
in this
All
lovely-
right, roll me a d100. We'll just see what this last bout of madness.
Honestly,
is.
can I just
For
go
fun.
insane? Can I go
For
insane
fun.
just for the fun of it as well?
Sure.
I got an 11.
Both
No,
of you
guys,
this
can
is
roll me
not a
D100.
good idea.
I
It's
just
the
want to
very
point
end.
out,
It's
Just for
fun.
fun.
All right.
Pierce, I just want to point out that every single time I failed a sanity check, the number I rolled to see what kind of sanity I got was low enough to pass the sanity check. I got an 11.
So
I rolled an 80. So for the I
That's
can't even
nice.
hear, boys. I can't even hear.
Really.
My bones
so-
are falling off my body,
What did
and
you
I'm
say?
throwing up.
I don't even know what you said, man.
I'm just upset because if you're about if you go insane right now, Princeton,
Me. Yeah.
and you end up killing the survivors,
Um, You're gonna kill me?
Yes.
what'd you roll, Princeton?
I rolled an 80 flat.
An 80.
Wow. This...
I'm gonna change that one because that one is kind of awkward.
Hmm?
Oh,
Just pick one for him. Just pick one.
That's
No.
Yeah, come on.
roll
Yeah,
it.
come
Roll
on.
a different number. Roll a different number. Well, I can't tell you.
I
what
got
to
you.
do. That's
I got
your
you,
call.
Princeton.
Okay. Man, I'm just thinking about how I'm gonna include this in my memoirs and.
You could also, if you wanted to,
No.
you could have homebrewed a thing.
How do those 3 bouts of madness? Can we just say what the 3 bouts of madness were,
Can
just
you please?
to end this off?
There we
Yes,
go.
I had nosomania, the delusion of suffering from disease. I also had a thing that made me feel as though I've eaten something unhealthy and need to throw up. And then I also had fanaticism, being fanatical, essentially.
So why was the first one fitting for the situation?
Because he held that cylinder for a long time, and he was afraid that it was going to affect him somehow.
Oh.
Is this like the end?
Well, hold on. Well, I look at Lottie.
Essentially, you guys still have to make the seal.
You choke
which
me? I
you
choke
have
I'm
back.
shaking her. No, it's an outburst. I'm very hysteric. Lottie, I can't hear anything. Lottie, I can't hear anything.
That really sucks for you, man.
How can you hear me?
I can hear you.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my
How
god.
can you
I'm not a
respond,
character.
Princeton?
Yes, I can hear
Princeton,
you.
how can you respond if you
Who's saying
can't
that?
hear
I'm gonna go run around in circles on the
on a
floor.
boat?
Are you
Yeah.
Are you certain?
He's doing the thing where he like lays on the ground on his side.
Yeah,
and,
he's
like,
like-
runs.
Stop.
Are you okay?
Moses can hear me. Moses
This is funny. I like this.
Godfrey just looks at you guys and he's like, "Well, this is. It ended exactly how I would imagine that it would end if this is even over."
and I throw up on his shoes.
On his nice Princeton.
And I
Puke
throw
and
up in your
rally.
face. I
Puke and rally.
rally.
So, it is there that we will end this last session. For those of you on YouTube and on Spotify, or on any podcasting platform, you may be hearing from one of us, more than likely me or Gavin, with a bit of an epilogue about what happens to our intrepid investigators following their adventures. I hope you enjoyed this series, this campaign. Again, Masks of Nyarlathotep, Call of Cthulhu, is supposed to be one of the best campaigns of all time. Pre-written, at least. I hope you enjoyed. We're going to take a break from campaigns, probably do some one-shots for the next couple of weeks. But come January, we will either be starting or have started a brand new Dungeons & Dragons homebrew campaign, moving away from from the pre-written material to do some homebrew in a world that I've created. So,
Do you have a name for this homebrew yet?
Not just
No.
any D&D.
not just any D&D. No, I don't. I will have a name shortly, and we will probably put it on our Twitter, and it will be fun. Speaking of that, you can follow us on Twitter at NotJustAnyPod, where we tweet about both of our shows. The other one is about literature, if you're interested in that at all. You can also, if you enjoyed this, please give us a like, rating, follow, a subscription, whatever it is. We would really appreciate it. It would really help us out. Whatever it is on whatever platform you listen on. Also, if you're coming from the podcasts or from YouTube, we would please invite you. We would invite you to please join us at twitch.tv/NotJustAnyRPG. We stream every Friday night, barring Thanksgiving week next week.
Holidays, basically.
Yeah, holidays. Thanksgiving next week, and then we will also be off for for Christmas and New Year's. So, yeah, we stream Friday nights outside of holidays, 8 p.m. Eastern. Please join us. We'll be playing probably a one-shot of some kind next week, or maybe a board game. We'll see. Who knows? It could be anything. Or not next week, the following week. Next week is a holiday. I'm all over the place. What a great conclusion to our 20-something episode campaign. What an epic outro for it. I hope you enjoyed. I think it was a good campaign. I hope you guys also think it was a good campaign.
Yeah.
We do,
It
definitely.
was fun.
And
And now
We will
for
s-
the epilogue.
now for the epilogue. We will see you all in a couple of weeks. After the events in China, most of our investigators return home to reasonably normal lives. Madeline, for instance, returns home to her job at the zoo. After baby Harold was born, Amelia unfortunately had to be institutionalized, so in order to help take care of her godchild, Madeline lived in the Greenwald's guest house, and helps raise baby Harold through his early years with Reginald. Later, she marries a veterinarian and has a child of her own. Arthur McKenzie returns home, having felt that he avenged his brother's death, taking out this big cult. He goes back to his shady dealings. He sticks to a strict moral code, and eventually gets married and retires to a fairly normal life. Princeton Philips publishes memoirs about the adventure to much critical acclaim. One such memoir, titled Princeton Philips Suffering from Success, wins the Nobel Prize for Literature. He dedicates the award to Merrick, who he claims is not his wife, but continues to insist that she is. He now resides in the Vatican City to follow his dreams of becoming the Pope and spreading his Princetonian ideals. Moses returns to work as a therapist in New York for a couple of years before the trauma incurred by his time spent overseas forces him to retire, and he focuses now on other hobbies like playing golf, reading books, and listening to music. After hiding in the outback for 20 years, Cal finally gets the courage to leave Australia and moves to England. He quickly is emotionally moved to the cause of Irish independence and supports the Explosives Division of the Irish Republican Army through much of the first half of the 20th century. After China, Lottie returns home to some southern town that no one has really heard of before. She isn't as light and bubbly as she used to be, and she stays far away from any trouble or mythic antiques that used to catch her eye. She sells everything she had that had anything to do with cults, and now lives a simple life selling old farmtown items and antiques. Last but not least, Harold returns home to live a quiet life for the rest of his days. He sells most of the artifacts he had collected in his time overseas, while writing books about his experience. After finishing the series recounting the tales of the investigation, his books begin to go off the rails. All of Harold's writing is critically acclaimed for its experimentation, though. Harold writes for 5 more years, with each book becoming more insane than the last, before dying of a stroke. All of our investigators, throughout the rest of their days, still sometimes look up at the night sky, or look out at the ocean, or go to a museum and see some antique, and they think, how long will it be before something like this happens again? We created the seal. We made sure that it's not going to happen for some time, but it won't stop him forever. This worry doesn't stop for the rest of their days until all of them eventually pass away. I hope you all enjoyed watching this campaign. It was very fun. We're going to take a break from Call of Cthulhu for a little bit, although I have some other Call of Cthulhu stuff, so we may come back to it. You might notice this didn't get uploaded immediately after the last episode. That's partially because of Thanksgiving, and also partially because we might be taking a little break here or there as our finals come up, because most of us are university students, and as I get prepared for a homebrew D&D campaign that we're going to run. So I hope you enjoyed this. We had a lot of fun. And I hope you'll join us in the future for the next 2 campaigns we have planned are the D&D campaign that I'm planning and an Avatar Legends campaign once that core book comes out. So I hope you'll join us for that. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, follow us. And follow us on Twitter at NotJustAnyPod for the information on those upcoming campaigns. And yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.